hopeful path for women and girls everywhere. Today, as we gather under the theme of recommitting, resourcing, and accelerating the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, Liberia sees this anniversary not as a ceremonial occasion, but as an urgent call for action. Under my leadership, Liberia is determined to move from pledges to results. We are proud to stand among the first member state leading on the two important action agendas, ending violence against women, girls, and investing in young people, girls, and future generations. Through our agenda for inclusive development, Liberia will invest $8.3 billion over 5 years to transform lives with gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and social development at all levels. Our commitments are clear. We pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence with massive awareness and public education programs with dedicated budget allocation. We will permanently ban harmful cultural practices. What was once a 3-year moratorium will now become a national law supported by national dialogue and alternative livelihood program. We will implement a national action plan for women and girls to provide a roadmap for empowerment, voice, and protection. And African proverb reminds us, when spider webs unite, they can tie a lion. Similarly, when women are fully empowered and supported, entire nations thrive. As Liberia embarks on a 2-year term on the United Nations Security Council, we will ensure that the voices of women and youth are not only heard, but also shape the women and youth peace and security. Our programs are already changing lives. The Liberian Women Empowerment Project, reaching 36,000 business women across the country, impacting more than 260,000 Liberian lives.
Just to call attention of the Liberian government to this crisis. As I said, everything I do, I say people will put a political lens on it, and that's okay. But we have a national emergency, a national crisis, and we are not treating it that way. As a private citizen, a private institution, we will try to help in our own small way. But it will take the government to lead this effort, to treat the effort for the emergency that it is. It is only the government of Liberia that can stop the drugs from coming to our country. No private citizen can do that. Only the government can do that. The government is the only one that can go after the hidden hands, the big fish who are benefiting from this poison that's coming to our country. They're the only one that can put the resources at the border to stop the drugs, to work with the neighboring governments. They are the only people that can do that. On the other side, the rehabilitation, citizens can help, like Pastor Jerry is doing with this discovery program here. And as I say, in our small way, will help as well. But again, the government has to take the lead in this effort. Otherwise, we'll lose, and we are losing a whole generation of young people, which we can.
Suppress marijuana in our country. I extend our warmest greetings and heartfelt appreciation to the community members, religious leaders, motorcyclists, traditional leaders, schools, government institutions, civil society organizations, and the media for their resilience in the fight, courage, cooperation, and patriotism that strengthen our resolve to remain steadfast in the fight against drugs and drug traffickers. On September 18, 2025, Following careful coordinated intelligence, the LDA confiscated 1,929 kilograms of compressed marijuana in the District 17, Brevard City, Mosserado County. This seizure has an estimated street value of $27,850,760 Liberian dollars, an equivalent of approximately $146,604 United States dollars. This operation marked a major victory in our fight against drug trafficking, and it is a clear message to all who engage in this illegal trade. Liberia will no longer be a safe haven for drug traffickers. We also confirmed the arrest of 2 suspects during the operation. Mr. Omar Mohammed, 38 years, a Nigerian national, currently in the sub-region at Dangote, a major drug trafficker within the West African sub-region. And Mr. Abdullah Kamara, 18 years old Liberian. Both suspects are currently in the LDA custody and undergoing thorough investigation. Upon conclusion, they will be appropriately charged and forwarded to court for prosecution in accordance with the laws of the Republic of Liberia. Nationwide Operation Institutional Reform. Across Liberia, the LDA continues to make strategic arrests and confiscation are part of our ongoing nationwide operation.
I'll give myself. Welcome back to the country. No question.
Distinguished members of the fourth estate, His Excellency Dr. George Mane Tuya, Mr. President, the media.
Welcome back to the country. You are. Sorry.
The President is making a comment. We met with you people in our protocol. So you
No questions.
Okay. So we gave attention.
This
Okay.
this arrival ceremony. I think while I was away, I watched television and I saw that everyone that came here to usher back to our own country, I see that fight. I see fighting. Why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? I put on my page, I'm coming back home, be civil, and make sure that there's no trouble. This country belongs to all of us. I don't think it was necessary today, but I'm glad to be back home. I think you all are aware that my son was changed as a headquarters and made a new one for our people. And what I'm back home for, to make sure that citizens get our party headquarters back. So we don't need to fight. We don't need to fight.
Our collaboration with the communities, civil society organizations, international partners, the media, to root out drug networks and dismantle their operations at every level. Since our appointment, we have committed ourselves to redefining the operational scope of the agency. This includes a comprehensive review of internal protocols and procedures to ensure that LDA become more professional, transparent, and accountable. As part of our reform effort, we have withdrawn all LDA personnel assigned to the Rawa International Airport due to concern of misconduct. Out of 8 officers recalled, 2 are currently under investigation for under-reporting the quantity of narcotics confiscated during the recent airport seizure. Let it be clear, the LDA will not tolerate any act of corruption, negligence, or action that undermines the integrity of the lower institution. Our drug testing result. As previously announced, we have continued to implement mandatory drug testing policy for all LDA officers. I am pleased to report that the testing process for LDA headquarters in Monrovia and Bombing County have been completed. However, it is with disappointment that we inform the public that 6 officers, 1 employee, and 5 volunteers were tested positive of the illicit drug abuse. Volunteers include Lao Yake, C. Tony Garnett, Newman Million Mooney, Lawrence J. Feju, Milton Bird, all volunteers. I hereby will immediate effect discharge from all activities of the LDA. Officers Roosevelt T. Colley, with specimen number M-43SEC-3, is hereby suspended time indefinite and 10 other professional standards for processing. This is just the beginning.
We need to be civil, we need peace in this country, and that's the only way we can move forward.
To do. So that's why we're calling the attention of the Liberian people, of our government. As I said in there, Liberian, we are paying the ministers. They get paid every month. The president, the vice president, legislature, they get paid every month. It is their job to address the challenges facing Liberian people. They're not doing us a favor. They get paid for what they do. They were elected to do it. They control the resources of the country, and they need to prioritize it in the right way to look after the young people of Liberia.
Mr. Kume, my name is Delton Dole. I report for Flames TV Africa. The agency responsible to fight these drugs we're talking about is the LDA. Under the Waka and Kool administration, they have a series of change at that place. What is your take about the LDA?
Look, the LDA is starting not functioning effectively. As you suggest, there have been a lot of turmoil. It took a long time before they appointed somebody to lead the effort. I'm not even sure there's a permanent leader there yet. I could be wrong. But that's part of the problem, right? If this is truly a national emergency, we should have a functioning LDA, a functioning one with the resources to help fight this problem. And clearly that sense of emergency, that sense of urgency does not exist today.
Mr. Kume, I'm Francis Boye. I report for the Front-Page Africa newspaper. Do you see these guys are harm to societal peace and maintenance of sustainable development in Liberia? I mean, they are risk youth?
Absolutely. So our youth...
A Nigerian national, commonly known in the sub-region as Dangote, a major drug trafficker within the West African sub-region, and Mr. Abdullah Kamara, 18 years old Liberian. Both suspects are currently in the LDA custody and undergoing thorough investigation. Upon conclusion, they will be appropriately charged and forwarded to court for prosecution in accordance with the laws of the Republic of Liberia. Nationwide operation institutional reform. Across Liberia, the LDA...
I'd like to say a pleasant good morning this morning to all of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Many thanks for joining the conversation again this wonderful day. This is I would like to welcome you to the People's Program. The morning rise setting is back on your dial and promises to be great as usual. Stimulated, very thought provocative, and we walk the walk and talk the talk. And as usual, help to shift the paradigm about democracy. What a favor. We speak on the Luther truth. The very hard truth I said on this platform. Folks, welcome. I'm Wiki Brooks. Buffalo Vibes alongside Sakando controls the videos and sound this morning. We hear. It promises to be great. And we want you to sit back, relaxed, and understand this morning we will play the speech of the President of the Republic of Liberia delivered at the United Nations General Summit. And word for word, we come back to do all of the analysis, but we want you to sit back, listen as you're watching. You can share, follow us on Kool 91.9, Kool Radio Online, Kate News, as well as our YouTube channel too. We order these otherwise to certainly bring out of the information at your doorsteps, at your business center, your offices, and wherever you are. I want you to listen. One of these, the speech was realistic. It painted a better picture for Liberia back home. It was something colorful to grab the attention of the international audience. Well, you know as well, the former president and Republic of Liberia returned yesterday, and we're going to talk about that. There was some, issues at the airport yesterday upon his arrival. Police and some supporter, well-wisher who have gone to receive him upon his return to the country after some time. But it's going to be great this morning. So sit back, listen to President Joseph Human Boakai in full. Some of you did not get it yesterday. When we come back, we'll analyze and you'll have the time to speak. And we'll talk about the return of the former president and all of those things that took place in a welcome speech delivered on yesterday. But folks, welcome.
Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia.
Madam President, Secretary General, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, 30 years ago, the Beijing Declaration charted a bold and hopeful path for women and girls everywhere. Today, as we gather under the theme of recommitting, resourcing, and accelerating the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, Liberia sees this anniversary not as a ceremonial occasion, but as an urgent call for action. Under my leadership, Liberia is determined to move from pledges to results. We are proud to stand among the first member state leading on the two important action agendas, ending violence against women, girls, and investing in young people, girls, and future generations. Through our agenda for inclusive development, Liberia will invest $8.3 billion over 5 years to transform lives with gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and social development at all levels. Our commitments are clear. We pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence, with massive awareness and public education programs with dedicated budget allocation. We will permanently ban harmful cultural practices. What was once a 3-year moratorium will now become a national law supported by national dialogue and alternative livelihood program. We will implement a national action plan for women and girls to provide a roadmap for empowerment, voice, and protection. An African approach, Proverbs reminds us, when spider webs unite, they can tie a lion. Similarly, when women are fully empowered and supported, entire nations thrive. As Liberia embarks on 2-year term on the United Nations Security Council, we will ensure that the voices of women and youth are not only heard, but also shape the women and youth peace and security. Our programs are already changing lives. The Liberian Women Empowerment Project, reaching 36,000 business women across the country, impacting more than 260,000 Liberian lives through increased income, resilience, and growth. The Realist Project supports 53,600. Today,
now give the floor.
Delegates, ladies and gentlemen, 30 years ago, the Beijing Declaration charted a bold and hopeful path for women and girls everywhere. Today, as we gather under the theme of recommitting, resourcing, and accelerating the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, Liberia sees this anniversary not as a ceremonial occasion, but as an urgent call for action. Under my leadership, Liberia is determined to move from pledges to results. We are proud to stand among the first member state leading on the two important action agendas, ending violence against women, girls, and investing in young people, girls, and future generations. Through our agenda for inclusive development, Liberia will invest $8.3 billion over the 5 years to transform lives with gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and social development at all levels. Our commitments are clear. We pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence with massive awareness and public education program with dedicated budget allocation. We will permanently ban harmful cultural practices. What was once a 3-year moratorium will now become a national law supported by national dialogue and alternative livelihood program. We will implement a national action plan for women and girls to provide a roadmap for empowerment, voice, and protection. And African Private reminds us, when spider webs unite, they can tie a lion. Similarly, when women are fully empowered and supported, entire nations thrive. As Liberia embarks on 2-year term on the United Nations Security Council, we will ensure that the voices of women and youth are not only heard, but also shaped to women and youth peace and security. Our programs are already changing lives. The Liberian Women Empowerment Project, reaching 36,000 business women across the country, impacting more than 260,000 Liberian lives through increased income, resilience, and growth. The Realist Project supports 3,600
now give the floor.
President, Secretary General, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. 30 years ago, the Beijing Declaration charted a bold and hopeful path for women and girls everywhere. Today, as we gather under the theme of recommitting, resourcing, and accelerating the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, Liberia sees this anniversary not as a ceremonial occasion, but as an urgent call for action. Under my leadership, Liberia is determined to move from pledges to results. We are proud to stand among the first member state leading on the two important action agendas, ending violence against women, girls, and investing in young people, girls, and future generations. Through our agenda for inclusive development, Liberia will invest $8.3 billion over the 5 years to transform lives with gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and social development at all levels. Our commitments are clear. We pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence with massive awareness and public education program with dedicated budget allocation. We will permanently ban harmful cultural practices. What was once a 3-year moratorium will now become a national law supported by national dialogue and alternative livelihood program. We will implement a national action plan for women and girls to provide a roadmap for empowerment, voice, and protection. And African Private reminds us, when spider webs unite, they can tie a lion. Similarly, when women are fully empowered and supported, entire nations thrive. As Liberia embarks on 2-year term on the United Nations Security Council, we will ensure that the voices of women and youth are not only heard, but also shaped to women and youth peace and security. Our programs are already changing lives. The Liberian Women Empowerment Project, reaching 36,000 business women across the country, impacting more than 260,000 Liberian lives through increased income, resilience, and growth. The Realist Project supports 3,600 resourcing and accelerating the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. Liberia sees this anniversary not as a ceremonial occasion, but as an urgent call for action. Under my leadership, Liberia is determined to move from pledges to results. We are proud to stand among the first member state leading on the two important action agendas: ending violence against women, girls, and investing in young people, girls, and future generations. Through our agenda for inclusive development, Liberia will invest $8.3 billion over 5 years to transform lives with gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and social development at all levels. Our commitments are clear. We pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence, with massive awareness and public education programs with dedicated budget allocation. We will permanently ban harmful cultural practices. What was once a 3-year moratorium will now become a national law supported by national dialogue and alternative livelihood program. We will implement a national action plan for women and girls to provide a roadmap for empowerment, voice, and protection. An African proverb reminds us, when spider webs unite, they can tie a lion. Similarly, when women are fully empowered and supported, entire nations thrive. As Liberia embarks on 2-year term on the United Nations Security Council, we will ensure that the voices of women and youth are not only heard, but also shape the women and youth peace and security. Our programs are already changing lives. The Liberian Women Empowerment Project, reaching 36,000 business women across the country, impacting more than 260,000 Liberian lives through increased income, resilience, and growth. The Realist Project supports 3,600.
I thank the President of the Republic of Liberia,
My affairs and seditions. What happened to us? Don't worry. George Manawia is here. We're going to restore. We will rebuild our party headquarters.
Okay. So we gave attention to His Excellency.
I watched television and I saw that everyone that came here to usher back to our own country, I see that fight. I see fighting. Why are we fighting? Why? Why are we fighting? I put on my page, I'm coming back home, be civil, and make sure that there's no trouble. This country belongs to all of us. I don't think it was necessary today, but I'm glad to be back home. I think you all are aware that my son was changing the headquarters and build a new one for our people. And what I'm back home for, to make sure that citizens get our party headquarters back. So we don't need to fight. We don't need to fight. So we need to be civil, we need peace in this country, and that's the only way we can move forward. To all of my affairs and seditions, what happened to us, don't worry. George Manawia is here. We're going to restore, we will rebuild our party headquarters, and that's our goal, our mission. Our mission is not to come and black airport and police fighting. No, leave them alone. Leave them alone. We came to create the party for our people. We were able to do that, and we are still able to sustain the political fight. So don't worry. I'm back home. We're going to build our party in a record time, and we'll be okay.
My name is Christopher Biasman, and I report for Inside Liberia, Mr. Pierre. You can't tell us the primary visit of the primary agenda for visiting both Europe, America, and a few African countries to travel.
Well, maybe you're not hearing me. I think the only reason I went to Europe for was to make sure that my son Timothy found a club, and then he went to Olympic myself, and I'm back home to do my work.
Were you impressed when you scored the goal against Real Madrid?
Well, I'm not a football
president, but before that, you listen to the speech delivered by the president of the the president of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Yvonne Boakai, at the United Nations General Summit in New York. But there are key things that the president spoke about, and there are commitments that were made by the president. And I want you to sit back, because we outline these things, they take away from your own understanding. Some of you had a chance, some of you didn't. But we had a chance to read it out, to pick these points and these things, the commitments that were made by the president. So you can have your say when the times are appropriate to speak on this issue, that you speak from an informed background. So, as you may be aware, some months ago, the government of Liberia, they were in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, where the president and his team, where they announced that they spoke about the issue of the inclusive development on the agenda in the next 5 years at the cost of $8.38 billion to be implemented over 5 years. We spoke about gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, social development, will to place at the center of the country's national priorities. These are the priorities the president spoke about, and he went and reiterated them on yesterday. So now, President Boakai spoke of zero tolerance for gender-based violence. Zero tolerance for gender-based violence, meaning people who beat on their wives, people who sit in a position to abuse the women, because you know, all of these things. So the government is saying zero tolerance. But while you are listening, you also have the chance to win some cash this morning by playing the Kool Cash Radio Entertainment Liberia giveaway by dialing *799 *11#, $100 to play or 7 cents US. You have the chance. You want to play 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Just put in the number 4, 3, 2, 1. It's just $100, and once the number pop up, we'll have the chance to call you as well. So keep playing, or use the short code by dialing *799 # option 11 there. Go and play. Go Lone Star MTN mobile account, $100 Liberian or 70 cents US. Keep playing. The more you play, the better the chances are for you. So the president has also said, because this speech is not just limited to Liberia, to the world, and we hope our traditional people are also listening, or they listened on yesterday. The president spoke about the issue that the government will place a permanent ban on harmful cultural practices. You know some of them. The president said the government, he will not say we will suspend, but permanent ban on harmful cultural practices, transforming a 3-year moratorium into enforceable national law. Because the 3-year or the harmful social practices that you want, no, the president said no. Right now we have to put it down and make sure it becomes a law backed by alternative livelihood programs and national dialogues. He said, he spoke about a national action plan for young women and girls designed to ensure empowerment, protection, and greater participation in national life. Yes. Make sure that young people, women and girls are empowered, and the design program that will make sure that empower them and protect them as well for a greater participation in national life. And the Liberian president also said the seat Liberia won quite recently, the non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council, that are going to last for the next 2 years. He pledged to champion women, youth, peace, and security agenda, using women and young people play a defining role in shaping peace and development globally. So we will not just be talking about peace back home, but we're looking at elsewhere, not just city, but we'll talk to all of the superpowers to see how best where conflicts are, kids, women are raped. How do we have to mitigate the situation? How do we talk? How do we get involved to make sure that we have a peaceful resolution to all of the problems? So we will be playing such a role. That's why so you got to start taking opposition, imposition, no position. These are some of the things that you try to draft, and you take and hold the feet of the government at the fire. Because these are commitments, these are manifestos. Now, the president also talked about the issue of several transformative programs that's already yielding results. He's telling the world we got programs that are already yielding results. He talk about the Liberian Empowerment and the Liberian Women Empowerment Project that is currently supporting 36,000 women entrepreneurs across 6 counties that are impacting the lives of over 260,000 citizens. Some of you probably know about this, or this might just be your first time hearing it. So if you know you've been a beneficiary and you know about this project, these are some of the things that the president told the world. You are now talking to Liberians. Now, the president also talked about this Realize project, which he said has provided direct cash transfer to 16,000 families, primarily women, headed household, and business support to more than 4,450 individuals, which is 80% of them women. He talk about youth-focused initiatives such as the Nature Empower and Project and Accelerating Impact for Young Women, which have already reached, according to me, nearly 25,000 adolescent girls and young women with health, entrepreneurship, and life skills stream, with a target of benefiting over 160,000 by 2031. So that's the target by 2031. That would benefit 160,000. And he quoted an African proverb. He said, we must be reminded that the global community, when spider webs unite, he said, when spider unite, they can tie a lion similarly when women are fully empowered and supported. Entire nations thrive. So, on behalf of the Liberian people, this was just what the former president had to say to the world. Things that he intends to do with his government, things that they are doing, things they have done, and how they, So the traditional people probably you won't get that. But the president said those harmful practices, those harmful cultural practices, he did not say all. He said those harmful cultural practices, the United Nations and other international partners, they fry on the issue of female genital mutilation. So they have spoken about that and all of these things. So they feel that some of the cultural practices in African countries, Liberia not excluded, they need to pay. And the president said they will put a permanent ban, and 3-year moratorium on this. We'll start it for this period, but and obey forceful and obey act upon by law. So that's the message delivered by our president. And most especially we have seen on recent, there have been too many domestic violence against women. There are a lot of murder cases allegedly perpetrated by men on women. Some of the cases they have quoted some people. The Bill Jala was sentenced to life imprisonment for killing Princess Zul. And there are other cases out there as well. We have seen some of these things. Even some of the women will commit violence on men. But this is where we find ourselves, and these are some of the issues we want to talk about. And the president went on to deliver the speech, and other world leaders have also spoken. He spoke about a national action plan for young women and girls designed to ensure empowerment, protection, greater participation in national life. You know, for too long, we know the women in Liberia have fought over the years to break the glass city. They fought to break the glass city. There are positions today, women now taking charge of. We saw on the former regime of the CDC, former President George Manneh, where we saw a deputy chief of staff, a female chief of staff. Everybody, that was something shocking. They were well commendable. Today, we got a female defense minister, and we set the pace on the continent to have a first democratically female elected president. And there are a lot of females today in this government and in the previous governments, from the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to the that of former President George Weah, where women also took some key positions and acted on. You know, we got to keep that, you know, we want to say gone are those days when these people were just kept to be mothers. But these are people who play key roles. These are people who can take lead. These are people who can make things happen. So they should not just be seen as people who with their bold children and just be home. But they also can make decisions. That's why they say when you educate a woman, you educate a whole nation. So we're hoping. And the president, on behalf of the Liberian people, he renewed Liberia's resolve to work with Africa and the international community to advance the Beijing Plus 30 agenda for women and girls everywhere. You see, the president spoke more. We're hoping that upon the return that the president will call his ministers and directors and other folks who are involved into allegations of rape, sexual harassment, and all sorts of things, that these things will be handled and handled with care and handled properly. So these are some of the issues. You listen to what the president said. Like I said, I'm going to play you the speech there of the President of the Republic of Liberia. That's why we chose to play it for you to listen. Now, here's another part of it. We are expecting to have our president back. We know people will respond to the president's speech. We'll wait for that. We'll wait to see how people analyze, how people look at the speech. But we think that it was well represented, delivered. But the reality back home, Liberians, you there and the winning, you are the focus point in the speech of the president. What is this going to be a new turning point to have our females in full participation of national growth and development and making impact, and that we can all advance ourselves and make an impact. Because there are a lot of issues why the president made away. He has committed, he has fulfilled his commitment annually to go to the UN General Assembly and the other world leaders, and will return to the country shortly. And there are other issues back home that upon his return to face and answer as well. You know about it, much talk about Asalamita deal. They've been trying to negotiate on the issue of renewal that will keep them for a long period of time in the country. But fingers were raised and pointed out some officials of government specifically people from the national legislature, representing senators, who went to Nima County unannounced, calling to the authority in Nima County, the county legislative caucus and other folks, that it was secretly done, they demonstrated, and the CA are being very clandestine and with sinister motives on it. So the senator of Nima County, Yang Tuan, who been vocal, and other lawmakers raised the concern and said they were left out unannounced. But one of the senators, Sir Joseph, spoke about the issue of their being there. They went on fact-finding mission to assisting all of the things. But Honorable Yang Tuan yesterday had an interview in Ganta, Gomba, the voice of Gomba on the local radio, to make some clarity that he said Sir Joseph should not be trusted. The fact Sir Joseph has already been compromised. The fact that Sir Joseph is a man who been contracted by Metal Steel. So his presence and his absence will mean nothing because he wants to protect his business because he's a contractor to Metal Steel. So he been compromised, so he should not even speak because he don't even want. So we're going to play you this again too for you to listen to the interview that was done yesterday.
I play
General, right? As you know, Liberia is a young country, right? I think something like 65% are below 35. So young country, median age is 19. And that is a big opportunity, but it's also a big threat. If we're not providing skills and jobs and not growing the economy for these young people.
We call to Monrovia all of the Senate call of the county council and the superintendents to Monrovia based on the request of some of our colleagues from other counties. And then we have some meetings with them. And in that meeting, I think our county council chair was here. Our superintendent was not in town. But fortunately with the caucus, I don't see a problem for now with the county administration. What I usually tell many of my colleagues who sometimes raise some issues is that you have to have a benchmark for people to not live by, then you have a problem with them. And so we need to increase our oversight of the county. We need to increase our oversight over the office of the superintendent and the county council. When we increase and set benchmark about how to operate and they know the perimeters of our oversight, and if they go against those things, then now we can start to raise issues. But as it stands, we got briefing from the superintendent. We will have to have additional briefing from the superintendent. The last briefing we had from her was, I think when we were preparing the budget, it was just a briefing about what we have reached on the budget. And let me say this moving forward. Every one of us learning how to implement this local government act. We should not pretend. This is the first of its kind for 1.5 years now to be implemented. The superintendent is learning. The county council is learning. The Nima Legislative Caucus is learning. Even the national legislature is learning. The executive branch is learning how to implement this new law. It is it's a law that has all kinds of different things in it. We are partially implementing this law just, in bits and pieces. We need to implement this on a holistic basis. That is the reasons why those who developed this, drafted this act for the national legislature, because it was a concerted effort between NGOs, the national legislature, and the executive to take control of the management of the funding to counties, to give it to the locals, to give it to the office of the superintendent and the county council. And in that light, the administrative procedure has been drafted. So we all need to take that administrative procedure that is guiding the implementation of the local government act so that we can avoid some of the misperception, misconception, and little rivalry. I so happy implementing the core government. So to answer your question, the caucus, in my opinion, is in good standing with the county administration. But we as a caucus need to increase our oversight and set benchmarks for the local administration to reach. Then, if they fail, then we can have an issue. But for now, we're good.
Okay, Senator, thank you so much. We'll go across the table to take questions. But before we do that, are there some exact things you want to officially let your people know before we go across the table?
Yeah,
because this is a paid-for program. Yeah. So maybe you have an agenda.
We don't really have an agenda just to brief our people, but pertinent on our list of non-agenda items could be the issue of accelerometer. The issue of accelerometer will remain the focus point of discussion under my leadership as long as they continue to violate the Mineral Development Agreement. A couple of days ago, when I arrived in the county, I received a call from Banga almost approaching to when I was almost in Danta. And I will not call the person's name. And that person was a representative. And he's like, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in Nimba." I said, "I hope the noise you make against accelerometer will not be this weekend because we are on our way to have meetings with you." And I'm not saying this, in disregard to the person. I'm saying this as a very good tip-off for me. Because I didn't know that there was a gathering of lawmakers in Nimba to have meeting with accelerometer. And so I noted the point, and then we dropped the call. When I arrived, true to his words, I saw some of my colleague senators here.
Who did you see?
I saw Senator Batikwa, I saw Senator Jala, and I saw Senator Sir Joseph. And my team went to lodge to other places. They saw one or two other senators, Senator Taylor, and Senator Botokani. I sat with Senator Joseph and Batikwa. I'm like, "What are you guys doing here?" They are like, "Oh, we came to see accelerometers, you serve for us, and we come in as a follow-up." I said, "No, this is not right. Why I am not told? If anything is concerning accelerometer, it has to do with Antoine Jr. because I am the one who wrote a complaint. Accelerometer is still undergoing, scrutiny by the Senate, even though we are close. But if you are here, why are you here? And why are we not aware as a legislative caucus of the county? And why I am not even aware as a member of the concession committee?" It didn't make sense to me. And so I had to inform the public. And then they wrote a very feeble press release trying to justify their being here. And I don't believe in any joint committee. There are two joint committees of the National Legislature. The Committee on Public Accounts and the Committee on the Legislative Modernization. I chair the Modernization Committee. Any other joint committee that is not a standing committee should be authorized by the plenary of either both houses, or if we are on break as we are, it should be authorized by the leadership of both houses. As we speak, the leadership of the Senate has not yet gave authorization to any joint committee to visit whatever concession period. So I term that visit as being sinister. I term it to be something that is not right. Accelerometer is trying to score PR points. They are trying to undermine the complaints that we have filed before the Senate. They are trying to, make themselves look like, "Oh, we got other senators on our side." That was all this thing was about. I got privileged information even from some of their chat room. This is the discussion that is going on now. That even our outburst and the information we gave to the public undermined our PR stunt. And I'm very glad that we did. Because this is all accelerometer trying to do. These people are not here in our interest. I found young people who say, accelerometer must go. I'm not on accelerometer must go issue, but they're taking it to that level. Because for this company to only believe in PR other than doing the right thing, I don't really know where we're going with this. There are 41 items that are supposed to be compliant issues within the MDA. They are in breach of territory. And they're not doing anything about it. And I always said in one example, I will quote Article 8 of the MDA. It says, the concessionaire shall construct state-of-the-art health centers and hospitals and equip them with state-of-the-art equipment. Do you know what that means? That in 2007, after the review, that Isolomita should have constructed hospital and health center across the entire concession area and equipped it with modern equipment. Honor oath, ladies and gentlemen, these people admitted that they have not constructed one health center or hospital, neither to equip it. It's been 22 years. And so one of the senators I think was Senator Dillon who asked them, you mean for 22 years you have not constructed a clinic or a hospital? You know what they said? Oh yeah, we renovated the old hospital at Indikepa. The next question would be, did you equip it with state-of-the-art equipment? No. And my follow-up was, you still bringing patients to G.W. Halley for surgery. And you've been here for 22 years. You say you renovated in one hospital, that you should have built several. But you can't even have surgery there. You see how wicked these people are? And then people think that we're joking here, and then they think that I will want to think for political point. You know what hurts me about this thing? When somebody try to say that, well, you're not trying to do anything for political. What do I need to do this thing for political point?
So, Senator, when you met your colleagues here, Senators Sir Joseph Botokan, Senior, what did they tell you?
I mean, unsatisfactorily.
Because the legislative battle is about number. If this thing goes on the floor, you are few from Nimba County, you may get flogged.
Let me tell you something, that's not true. But matter of fact, we have the full backing of the Senate leadership. Let me tell you the strategy. I think that's the point of some people. I will not call their name, but I think one or two members, of the caucus have, this, feeling as well, which is right. That, it was so hard on these people and we not see them negotiate with them properly. They will just bring the thing and will pass. That's true. It happened in the past. I think the Nima legislative caucus didn't walk up, but it passed. But guess what? There's a breaking news here. Isolomita was denied in 2023. This thing we're talking about, the new concession should have been passed in 2023. The 54th legislature denied the passage of that concession. Yes, they did. They voted it out, they put it out, they threw it away. So there's a history here. Lawmakers are not just blind people that get passing around and picking up peanuts from people to pass concession. And so in this fight, we have the full backing of the leadership of the House of Senate. And I can tell you that unequivocally, that a few people who get trespassed here, for whatever reason they came here for PR stunt by Isolomita, they were misled. And I know they have some regrets right now. Those regrets may not be expressed in the public based on ego, but they know they have some regrets right now. And let me tell you this. This is the strategy that we're going to approach this thing with. We are not even going to allow the interministerial committee to even bring to us any concession agreement that has not been fully implemented of the past. Then you bring a new one. And that is the reason why, if you watch the Senate hearing that I called for, you could see us bringing the entire executive branch of government along with Isolomita. In front of them, the chairman of executive, Senator Barney, reminded them that was the Ministry of Finance, the Bureau of Concession, the NIC, every one of them, the Ministry of Lands, Mine, and Energy, even our own women pay was there. And he told them, you see how these people are? Schools, they have not built. Roads, they have not built. Hospital, they have not built. Appointment of a librarian in the top 3 senior executive position, they have not done so. Renovation of the housing unit in Ikepa, they have not done. To pave the road that they say they will do under social corporate responsibility, they have not done. Having 50% of librarians in their employed in top management position, they have not done. Having more librarians in their employ by expansion, they have not done. And then you come here, if you bring a concession here, you think you will bring in here a land of federal ground? And they all said they will not even try. And you know the blessing thing about this thing that people don't know? We have spoken to all the line ministries. They are not going to even attempt to do that to us. If for any reason we have to right the wrongs of the past of Asilomita, even if they don't do in full what they have failed to do for 22 years, they have to do at least more than 50% of it. And all of the things that they were left off the hook will be quadrupled in the pending agreement moving forward. Okay, and this time around, we're going to be asking them to have periodic, and if not, a quarterly oversight of Asilomita implementation.
Thank you, sir.
This thing cannot go on like this while our people linger.
Thank you so much. So we'll now go across the table to ask. Like we said, this interview has been simulcast on several radio stations. Aroki FM in Ganta, Hot FM in Ganta, Radio Selatowa in Ganta, Voice of Nimba right here in Ganta, Radio Saklipi in Saklipi, True FM in Saklipi, Radio Yirama in Saklipi, Radio Zuga in Baum, Voice of Tapeta in Tapeta, Radio Lawai in Tapeta, Radio BKS in Butu, Buya District, Voice of Peace in Kample, Good Shepherd Radio Station in Kample, Radio Yame in Yame, Radio Nema in Senekole, and Radio Sunway in Senegale. Spoon TV, Spoon Network is here, KMTV, the rest of the guys are here. So I will start, Mark is here as well. So Emmanuel will take the lead. We'll go.
Coming back from our break in October, the concession committee will have to reconvene that hearing for Asilomita to reappear. And if they don't appear, they will do it by extension, just as I said, they will, answer questions, by summations. And then there will be a report. So what are you doing here? The hearing is not yet concluded. What are you doing here? So that's why I will answer the question with questions. Okay. They got no basis to be here. By matter of fact, it is not a secret. My honorable good friend and colleague, Sir Joseph, is one of those benefiting from Asilomita corporate interest. He has a contract with them. He rents trucks to them. He rents buses to them. It's not a secret. It's an open book. So Sir Joseph is already compromised. Yeah, it's conflict of interest. He shouldn't even be near any committee that comes to Asilomita. How can you come, to investigate yourself? That is a lie. Honorable Joseph is part and parcel of Asilomita. He benefits from them through contract, which I don't frown on. So he's the wrong person in the room to even talk about Asilomita.
Thank you so much, Senator Toyin. Makula.
So, my name is Kool. Some media colleagues have been alleging that you recently refused some offer from Mental. Seeing your friends coming for it, that's why you are angry again. So what do you have to say about that?
But if I refuse it, then why should I be angry?
Because your friends coming?
By matter of fact, I have not received any offer from Asilomita. I don't want any offer from Asilomita. Asilomita got nothing to offer me besides implementing the mineral development agreement to the latter for the benefit of the people of Nimba and Liberia. And let me state for a fact, the CEO, in a spirit of wanting to move forward and make some progress, have multiple times texted me for a one-on-one meeting. And I have told him repeatedly, yeah, you will never see me one-on-one. Let's leave that. I told the CEO that you and I will never sit in a room one-on-one. There are two places to meet me, Mr. CEO. One, with the Nimba Legislative Caucus. Two, at the Liberian Senate, before a committee. You will never have a one-on-one meeting with me, Antoine.
Okay, Senator.
I'm clear on that.
Veda Cooper, Spoon team.
Thank you. Senator, good morning.
Good morning.
So I have two questions right here. One have to do with Nimba County. Recent, you left in here August 26th. I think around August 29, you descended of Nimba County to Samuel Koga. But on the back of the superintendent for auditing the county administration, we also want to know whether you are also part and parcel of that advocacy from the senator. That's one. Two, the issue of the advocacy you're making with Asilomita in the county. With the colleague Nicodemus coming in the county without your approval or your notification, how do you see it?
Okay, let me talk about this issue raised by Senator Koga. First of all, Senator Koga was not the first to raise the issue of transparency or accountability of the country. It was Honorability who was the first who even raised it in a very elaborate press statement or press conference. Koga also called for an audit, but this is how I feel about this. I am told that the audit of the former administration is out. That audit report is supposed to be coming to the public very soon. I personally follow it up, and then the superintendent confirmed that the audit report has been submitted to Hall for their response. And then within the next 2 to 3 weeks, that audit report should be a public document for us to see exactly what happened to the county money for the last 6 years. If we're doing that, and the superintendent was the one, in fact, in her inaugural address or induction address, called for that audit. And if she stands for transparency, I don't see any reasons why her administration, will have a problem with an audit. So I think, the GSE will audit based upon their schedule. We'll all call for transparency. And I have spoken to the superintendent about it. She's open to it as well. And so I don't see a big issue here. A representative, a senator calling for, accountability of the county should not be viewed differently. Perhaps the discourse in which it was, performed at, and the manner and form, and the kind of, there were already ongoing issues, at the back of it, so people escalated it. So I don't see a point. Definitely the county administration knows that they will have to be audited at some point in time. And the GSE has a schedule. And I just wanted to know also that, that we all are in this thing. We want transparency. We want our money to be spent for the right things to be done. Until then, we all, are on board with that. And the superintendent Jose is on board with that. I think she said it in a media conference the other day. And so Senator Kool was not in any egregious error for calling for audit. It's just a normal oversight.
Thank you. Thank you very
much, Senator. Good morning.
Good morning.
Follow-up question from Victor Kool, question I get asked. Is Senator Kool also accused the superintendent of using the county funding to carry on development government projects? For example, the construction of the superintendent compound or the renovation of the superintendent compound. Or the relocation of the counter checkpoint to around Sogopa or Bala. Sogopa, sorry. Then my main question has to do with, you replace the late Senator Prince Johnson.
Receive subsidy because the charter institution, they used to receive that. So we place it in the budget. And I'm working along with his former chief of staff and his wife to make sure that money goes to the university, just as all other schools are requesting. But I think there's a delay at the Ministry of Finance. I haven't really seen any school that has yet benefited from the monies that we put in the budget for them. So when that time comes, when that money gets matured, the university will get that. As far as I can do, because personally, I'm unable to, to maintain any other property. The AML issue, the 20%, yes. 20%. Look, this is one of the major things that the press should pick on. Do you people know how AML is deducting this 20% from the Social Development Fund? By a letter written by the Finance Minister former. I am told that Minister Tua at the time was the one who wrote the letter to them to deduct 20% so that they can manage it for community project. Hell no, it's not going to work again. Moving on, that's part of the advocacy. Our 20% must be restored. Give all our money. We know what to do with it. No, give the country all of the money. ArcelorMittal has only implemented 44% since 2022 of the 20%. You understand what I'm saying? The 20% that they have collected, that they have withheld from us since 2022, they have only used 44% on the community. So the balance, 56%, the balance, 56% is sitting with them.
It's time to go for our sponsor break this morning on this edition.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Kample City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 85 6776, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own herbal supplement.
In your sickness, hold your heart, hold your heart, hold your heart, oh sister.
Yes, it's Marie Manga. Have you heard about the one and only Marie Manga herbal supplement? Marie Manga is a Liberian-made herbal supplement. It helps to boost the human immune system to fight against cancer, pressure, and many other sicknesses. Meanwhile, people that used to sell the Marie Manga herbal supplement in Bon, Nimba, and Lofa County has finally settled down in Moserado and its surrounding. The Marie Manga Hot Tea supplement is available now in the following office stations: Bona Farm, opposite Mankumba Benu Tissue Factory, King Johnson Road and Clay Street intersection towards OES Transport Building. Kakata, Mangibi County, Bassa Community around the radio station. Ganta City, Glelu Community around the People Street, YMCA Junction. Kample City, Nimba County, Broad Street, opposite Facebook, Vonjama City, Lofa County. Yes, it's Marie Manga. Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement is a registered supplement with the Liberia Medicine and Health Product Regulatory Authority, LMHRA. For more information about the Marie Manga Hot Tea Supplement, contact us on the following numbers: 0888 85 6776, 0777 444 591, and 0775 4995 49. Yes, it's Marie Manga, Liberia own herbal supplement.
In your sickness, hold your heart, hold your heart.
Well, so a pleasant welcome to all of you on today. This is the morning ride. The morning ride comes your way Monday to Friday, and it's a spectacular edition on today. But Marie Manga is our proud sponsor, and we are proud to be associated with Marie Manga, the hot tea in Liberia, and it's important for you. Marie Manga has been recognized and certified by the authorities of Liberia, and it's important that you get to take in Marie Manga. It's a supplement that cleans the entire body. Very easy to drink. Very, very easy to drink. Drink it in the morning, in the evening. First thing in the morning and last thing in the night or evening hour. What time you take your last meal, after dinner or supper, the last thing that you take on. Then it work into your body. So it's important that Liberian, and more important is Liberian owned. It's a herbal supplement being recognized in Liberia now in the Liberian market. Marie Manga is in 4 counties. It started in Lofa, Bonk, Nimba, and now it's in Moserado County, Pinzo, opposite the Bernard's Farm. In Bernard's Farm was the tissue factory, Kumabinu and Son Tissue Factory, directly opposite there, and also in Central Monrovia, King Johnson Road and Clay Street, around the Yes Transport. And it's important that you get there. If you're suffering from typhoid, the malaria, you're suffering from stroke, eye problems, sexually transmitted diseases, growth, and several other issues, infertility, and a lot more. And Marie Manga can help you in a light. So Liberians are encouraged to get to the Marie Manga, the hot tea that can be taken 2 times in the morning and the evening. And the dose is 1 week, and you have to take about 4, that's about 2, 3, 4 weeks. But the moment you start to take your first dose, you see improvement. And there have been a lot of testimonies about this process here. Imagine folks have been cured already about this, who are suffering with other diseases and infirmities to their body, and they are going on free now. So it's important. But to re-echo on, when you want to get to Central Monrovia at the Marie Manga office, it's important that the numbers are there, and you talk to the folks who are at the Marie Manga area. And Miss Patience Weir is in Central Monrovia. You can contact me, Patience. We are on 0775-499-549 in Central Monrovia. Those of you around the belt. And it's the plans of Marie Manga that this entire process go to all of the counties, and with seal points or connection points where you can get this. It is important that you can ask all of the questions that you want to ask to satisfy your curiosity upon. So you can go to Miss Patience Weir, 0775-499-549 in Central Monrovia. And also, if you're into the Pinzo Bell or on this end, at the Bernard's Farm community, opposite the tissue factory, Kumabenu and Son Tissue Factory, Marie Manga for live healing, which is the Marie Manga hot tea. You can talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Senior. Mr. Gray can be contacted on, he is the business manager there, 0776-369-805, 0776-369-805, and also on 0888-856-776, 0888-856-776. You can talk to Mr. Prince B. Gray Senior. There are a lot of issues you've been suffering from and wanting to find a solution, and now it's a time that you can get to Marie Manga. And this is Liberia owned. It's proudly Liberia owned. It's a herbal supplement that is recognized. The Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Liberia Health Medicine Regulatory Authority is also has satisfied the group to operate in Liberia upon. So it's important that you just get your health need one step ahead of you. So you can call these numbers, ask all of the questions. Like you say, it's not an area where that you go there, say, okay, this person is the one responsible for a sickness. No. This person is responsible for your illness. No. The disease or the malaria or the cholera or there's our problem that somebody is responsible. No. But it's an area where you go and you are taught, and you hear experiences from others who have gone through the process upon. And those of you who are in the habit or other habits, but it's advised that when you are on the Marie Manga, because more often you say, oh, when you take this thing, it doesn't work. It happens with a lot of folks who are medicine activities going through herbal process. Oh, the person allowed to be in work. So if you can smoke, you have to desist during the period of taking a Marie Manga. If you can drink, you have to desist. Probably it might just help you that after your period, you may not just be able to go back. You got a taste, that desire to go back, you won't be able. So if you can take it snore or the slur or whatsoever it is, smoke in all category, and the liquor, drinking, and all aspect, you got to get away from that aspect. So it's important. But Mr. Good morning to all of you. Try the Marie Manga for Life Healing Center. It's called the Marie Manga tea. We're talking about tea this morning. The tea is important. You drink it in the morning and in the evening, so that all of the sickness, or it cleans the body. Sometimes you're taking it for the eye and it's doing something else for you. Sometimes you're taking it for low pressure,
but they're helping you in other ways. So you're taking it for sexually transmitted diseases, but they're helping you in a lot of the ways upon. So it's important, my people. Liberia, we are proud to be associated with the Mari Maga process upon this morning. Good morning and a pleasant welcome.
I'm not a fan. You know, anyone will be happy when they score a goal. Even if you're watching somebody score a beautiful goal, you like it. So that I love it, and I'm a proud parent. You know that he scored a goal, but again, they lost the game.
Okay. So we gave attention to his.
I watched television, and I saw that everyone that came here to usher back to our own country, I see that fight. I see fighting. Why are we fighting? Why? Why are we fighting? I put on my page, I'm coming back home, be civil, and make sure that there's no trouble. This country belongs to all of us. I don't think it was necessary today, but I'm glad to be back home. I think you all are aware that my son was changing as a helper and build a new one for our people. And what I'm back home for, to make sure that citizens get a party help back. So we don't need to fight. We don't need to fight. So we need to be civil, we need peace in this country, and that's the only way we can move forward. To all of my friends and citizens, what happened to
the bold and hopeful path for women and girls everywhere. Today, as we gather under the theme of recommitting, resourcing, and accelerating the implementation of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action, Liberia sees this anniversary not as a ceremonial occasion, but as an urgent call for action. Under my leadership, Liberia is determined to move from pledges to results. We are proud to stand among the first member state leading on the two important action agendas: ending violence against women, girls, and investing in young people, girls, and future generations. Through our agenda for inclusive development, Liberia will invest $8.3 billion over 5 years to transform lives with gender equality, youth empowerment, education, healthcare, and social development at all levels. Our commitments are clear. We pledge zero tolerance for gender-based violence, with massive awareness and public education programs with dedicated budget allocation. We will permanently ban harmful cultural practices. What was once a 3-year moratorium will now become a national law supported by national dialogue and alternative livelihood program. We will implement a national action plan for women and girls to provide a roadmap for empowerment, voice, and protection. An African proverb reminds us, when spider webs unite, they can tie a lion. Similarly, when women are fully empowered and supported, entire nations thrive. As Liberia embarks on a 2-year term on the United Nations Security Council, we will ensure that the voices of women and youth are not only heard, but also shape the women and youth peace and security. Our programs are already changing lives. The Liberian Women Empowerment Project, reaching 36,000 business women across countries, impacting more than 260,000 Liberian lives through increased income, resilience, and growth. The Realist Project supports 3,600.
I thank the President of the Republic of Liberia,
We will not only be asking that money be given back and the 20% restored, we're going to be asking for interest on that money. Because it's been sitting in the bank and it should be accruing interest. We will be forceful on that. In fact, that's one of the lowest hanging fruit things that I'm going to be picking up with the Minister of Finance, the Minister of the Lands, Mines, and Energy, and the Bureau of Concession. That one shouldn't even be anything that will come in debate about. A letter was written to stop the money from coming to us. A letter will be written by the Finance Minister to get that money back to the county. And the remaining one, the 56%, they will pay dividend on that money and give it back to the county.
Thank you, Senator Matthew Kool, Nema TV.
Senator, good morning. Matthew Kool from Nema TV. Yeah, we saw information that he was suspended by the Labour Party for not getting up to responsibility. So how far are we? Have you getting to that?
Yes, I was not suspended from the Unity Party. I was suspended from the executive committee
for not paying your due.
No, not due alone. For 1 month. For not being info compliance. They didn't say due. They didn't say this. I beg you. They say for the issue here is the issue here is the executive committee has several meetings, and if you don't attend certain amount of meetings, you get punished for that. So I take my suspension, in good stride. I will make good of the fines that were imposed on me as soon as I return to Monrovia, maybe by Wednesday, and then we'll get back on track after a month with the executive committee. So that's all. The executive committee is the executive committee. I mean, this is a party that once expelled our own standard bearer before. The party is strong. We believe in strong administrative procedure. I was not alone. This party has expelled its chairman before. He has expelled its standard bearer before. So suspending me for 1 month, I think I'm at the lower echelon. So you can know that. Yeah. We are a strong party who, want to be very firm on our members. And so I take that in good faith, and I will pay the fine, and then I will attend regular meetings. And then the financial office will be updated.
So you have finally agreed that you are also fine for due.
You're fine for everything.
I'm meeting to one is a meeting to all.
So the management, now a minute. Management.
Good morning, Senator.
Yeah.
Good morning, colleagues. But my concern is just one question. I don't want to hold you with a lot of questions, but let me ask one.
Yeah.
And that is about the issue of the HPS. There's this concern that you're...
So, there are a whole lot of things to talk about this morning, and this is where we are today, and this is how things are unfolding in Liberia. So, folks, welcome. This is the Morning Ride, the People's Program. You listen to, this matter should not be swept under the carpet. There are other things to talk about, but the response from the delegation that went to Asalameda following Senator Yantuan concerned about the president there, they responded, and he had to also go back, and other lawmakers from Nema County also responding gradually. But let's come to understand and take this thing into serious consideration. There are a lot of things we want to talk about, but you know why? What's the species of all of what? It has to do with our mineral. This is something that's being extracted from Liberia, and the people yet to have the kind of benefit. Just imagine, of 41, the agreement, Asalameda yet to fulfill 31. But we'll still get it. Now we talk about Hammerbird again too. They're talking about the guy, Hammerbird indebted. How can we sit, so what they rely, who the people depending on?
You get a big Marty, you get Putu, you get the Putu
operation. Injected. So how can we sit and we don't follow whether these people are supposed to be paying the annual fee, corporate social responsibility,
and Ambassador, this is about Liberia. Nobody should sugarcoat this thing and make it look like otherwise, right? The people who hail from Nema County, they always say they're resources for the entire country. But the people who they need the mineral in their county, the people who they mineral in their communities, should begin to benefit first and see how it is. It's a bad thing where minerals are, and you don't see no benefit and see others from outside. Where Sarge is living from Wayne Mosoro County, who here from Lofa County, heading a team there. I'm hearing that he has boasted up the health facility in Nima County, leading from the Jackson Fiat Hospital. What's going on? That's what ask the question. Are Liberians leaders, the leaders, really following democracy, or is it all by election or undermining? Because it hurts the people of this country. Now, how can you carry on an assessment and leave the county out, Ambassador? How?
And this is why and you know one of the part of it. You know the part of it. Yes, it. You know, if you look at things, this is the point. If you look at things, what the senator said, Sir Joseph is a contractor to a Salamita.
Okay.
How can he go to verify on himself? Because he's renting, according to the senator, he's renting buses, trucks, and other things. He said that he went to secure
his due, and he used his friend. They didn't know what going on.
I said, how can he investigate himself? Even if somebody was supposed to go there, he should be far from the people that are gone there.
Even when he's among the group, Ambassador, why not be the caucus of the county? Let me serious, listen. Let me serious. The last time we heard that he had a support with the current senator of Nima County, who was just elected, who was a former lawmaker of District 5. Where are we with this? Now, just in a jiffy, we see Saturday having a team. Prior to that, he's not from a political party in Liberia. What's going on? Let's be real. Sometimes Liberians are tempted not to see these things, but when they begin to hurt and sting Liberians, and say, oh, we thought this was a joke. But these are some of the things that break down the growth of the country. Why are we so divided? Ambassador, Liberians are divided, not just by words, by actions and deeds. Liberians are seriously and truly divided. They're a small country. The leaders are divided. Now, you see now, in Nimba, you see that the entire force and leadership from the level of the senators, one senator is quiet. They say, I'm the godfather. I should be considered Animaga number 1. The other senator is there now revealing issues that are affecting the people of the county. The vice president also is here from Nimba County. And he was a lawmaker for a representative position to a senator of the county. Let's be serious. How can we hold a deal for over 20 years? You have agreements that cannot be handled, that cannot be followed. This is bad, Ambassador. This thing needs to be seriously looked at. It is bad. Imagine 20 years of the folks there in Nima County. The whole human being that should be going for elected post or voting for somebody in the county. 20 years old person. We can't run the country like this. We're rich. We just been misplacing, collecting our resources. It's very bad. Why would a team of lawmakers, the level of Tomoye and Imle, Simeon Taylor, Boto Kane, Joseph for Joseph Jala for Lofa County, where are we going? Where are we? Are there sincerities? And mind you, there are also mineral deals into your county. Will you agree to more that this deal be handled like this? Void of your people? Look at Bapolo. Look at Grand Mount. Look at Lofa. Will the Lofa County caucus agree that other lawmakers go in their county without the consent or the consent of the caucus in the county? Where are we going? Or is it that some lawmakers on Nima County know about this thing? It's not they know about it, but they keep it silent.
Senator Yantuan is saying the lawmakers, they are info because they are gradually coming out, and he said Senator Kool was even speak to it. He didn't base it, but they all gathered his backing. And this thing is not just, he said, it is not just about him. He got nothing to prove. But he's looking at the fact that ArcelorMittal had lived on PRO. Every time they've issued for them, and he said the renewal they are asking for was rejected in 2023 by the CDC-led government. Now they are now knocking on their doors. And this is where we are.
It's serious. And these matters need to be looked at seriously. Because it involves the entire country, not just the county we're talking about. They had interactions from Grand Bassa to Bong, then to
just almost everywhere.
Yeah.
Just almost everywhere. And so many lawmakers, the counties, illegal money activities are taking place. The caucuses are there in those counties that we're talking about.
Yeah. And we have to be clear about this. This involves the mineral of Liberia. And what really called more attention to the conversation is that how or why can we have a mineral development agreement that cannot be followed? For what reason? Does that serve any pace for a workable relationship? We have an agreement. We're not following the agreement. You're not following the agreement, or we're not following the agreement. And the citizens are not they are not involved in the agreement, into the happiness of the agreement. But in order to formulate the agreement, you bring them to power with the agreement. Now to follow the agreement, you exclude them. What's going on? We are talking about the resources of this country. All the boasting we are all around the continent or the world about, Liberia is rich in this and that. Where are the benefits? Where are the benefits to the country? Where are the benefits? Like you said, it's not just about ArcelorMittal go. No, he said it's not in advocacy.
And these are the things I wanted him to, I needed for people to understand on this thing. And it was good that he raised that concern, and that was good. That was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's not opting for ArcelorMittal to leave, but for ArcelorMittal to live up to the mineral agreement, things that they said up to this time. The hospital they talk about building, they are not building.
Mm-hmm.
Homes that they should have constructed, people still living continuous. Now, today, some of the people they lay up, employing right now are renting other places. But he said, let's be honest. How can we keep doing these things to ourselves? Yeah. Is it the resources of our country is for few hand of people, or for people who will be at the hand of power at a particular time? That's when they just enjoy. Because if you're telling us that the resources of our country, and somebody telling the world steel giant, or one of the biggest steel giant in the world, and this company worth this, and you still see they yet to stem the kind of presence, they here 20 years plus, and we still having the same problem back and forth with almost all of the constructions companies we got in this country today. We are faced with similar things. People are protesting, all of these things.
Yeah, and we don't want to see these things going on where citizens get agitated with some of the complaints they have been having against the company. Their farmlands been affected, the environment polluted. One of the agreements having access prioritizing affected community upon. Where are we with this? It's important. And we can't leave the core issues, because these are issues that have been existing in time past, not just today. It persists on and on. Let's be realistic in this thing. If the mineral development agreement, which is that have been signed between Nima County and the other two counties and the rest of Liberia to benefit Liberians, if these are carried out, the country will benefit from it as a whole. It won't just be Nimba, and this will involve the entire country. It won't just be Nimba County. It's not only Nimba County that citizens are going to work there. Other county citizens have the opportunity to work. Huh?
The resources in this country for Liberians.
They're for Liberians.
And one thing, if the locals who are directly there to benefit, and the rest of the country, with the Liberian citizen, will benefit through the taxation and those. But the people who are right there and see how people are extracting the resources and yet their lives are not improved. Think about us who wait on this side. Think about rest. Then you see senators who are contractors to institutions, and you say y'all go to verify first, and then you start praising the poor infrastructure. We need to reach a point in Liberia where people who will be elected or the president nominee, that they don't have vested interest in the area, because we see sometimes you think you're doing good, but we have seen him misstep for a long period of time. You see the president say, yeah, send the person a minister, the person been having school, they been doing one, they made the person minister of education, they pay more attention to the schools, and you see public schools are in ruins. Then you see, they say, oh yeah, made the person minister of health, the person send the bank to manage, thinking that they send the person minister to manage the lay clinic, why? So the person can better control. But you'll notice that the hospital, the private hospital or clinic will improve than government institution.
Sure.
Yeah. There, Senator Mungo South now complaining because the Weber Union or Liberia or the Labour Congress now talking about the
Union license
and security firms. He said no. Because these are the same people who provide security against Asalamita as well.
Yeah.
So Asalamita is strategically positioned to just look for key people in government and just go and secure contracts for them, knowing that they will protect them.
Ambassador, if you got a beer mountain, even when citizens in the affected areas complain, the company also use the media, use other stakeholders to demystify information. But the question, is it not true that the citizens are faced with these things? Why can't we be truthful to ourselves? Is it not true that these things we're talking about, the citizens are faced with it? If they are faced with it, what can we do? How then are we going about in order to solve these problems? We do not you cannot do business. But your business should not go to the extent that it harms the Liberian citizens. Sure. It should not be that way. You spill chemicals that go to the waters of the people, their natural habitat. You say no, not true. When the people are not able to go to the creeks and drink and fish, to draw water to cook, when they're not able, they say, oh, safe drinking water is a problem in the community. Is it not true? Why now? Why? How? Huh? And these things need to be discussed, because whether these companies are going about their side of the bargaining, and the Liberian authority, those who are in the authorities, those who are the liaison between the authority and the citizens of those areas, they succumb the entire process. We need to know what's going on. If they are there just for their personal benefit and the greater good of the people is not being seen, let us know. If Asalamita are giving money for roads and not paying the roads, let us know. If Asalamita are giving the government money to build hospitals and they don't pay the hospitals, let us know. What kind of deal they are into? Let Liberians know of this. You can't keep the Liberian. Then when issues arises, the citizens of the area get agitated, they go about protesting, they have issues. And we know that the company have valuables to bring the equipment. So in this kind of time, it gets damaged. Will we be going back and forth with this process? No. Are the people saying genuine issues? Yes. Is Asalamita aware that this is already exists? Yes. Why can we handle them? Let's go and move on.
Let's go to the lines and talk to our callers, and from there we come to our next talking point, because we need to talk about a lot of issues this morning. And 0775919919, 080919 are the two numbers while you are also playing. Calling us, you can also have the chance to play the Kool Cash Radio Entertainment Liberia giveaway. 4,000 Liberian dollars and other valuable prizes are on the platform this morning. Just by star 799 star 11 hatch, $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents. You want to play 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, just put in the number and you will certainly have the chance to win. Make sure you have money on your Lone Star MTN mobile account. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, let's hear you.
I think the family here, they are doing well. And I work for the legislation pass the law that no corporate dealing and everything or political motivation for any profession.
Let me talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning. A pleasant good morning to the two brothers ambassador.
You're welcome.
And to the family and to those in the radio land. I feel from Facebook, and my name is God runs to the call. Strictly to the issue that has to do with African mental. I don't know, Wiggy and I, if I will say it's a brief allegation, and I think Senator Sargent is answerable to that. You and I, we listen to Senator Twan and his things.
But that's why he said the asylum is all the honor probe, the honor scrutiny for some of the things they said they have yet to do. Then they see senators are going there and praise it. Then for the you see.
He said he want us to say in no way it's like he's not Senator Sargent is not to form power any committee to discuss African mental issue because he is a correct beneficiary. Modeling his well apostle. Modeling his well apostle. And I don't know, he is into I don't know what school car you want there. And Senator Sargent to be frank is answerable to that claim or allegation. Why we wait to get for him?
Yeah, the senator has already alleged that he's been compromised because the fact he's a contractor. He said that open screen and anything I ain't in it.
Yeah, so
thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Good morning to the two ambassadors in studio. This is the first of Luther Luminous Saki Chion, for justices of Nassau County. Because now they get the saying that if the hopper say you, the street will not buy you. So we are not taking our resources seriously in this country. That is why the way they behave to all, we are not serious. No, that hearing how to write and a variety. We can be as the article in our attitude, whatever we do in this country here. Don't you think we are looking at the rescue mission? All the money, if I say NATO, they don't have any law that say you should review your consultant is what's the agreement I went through, and you can also say, if we go through review it. So the rescue mission review all the consultant, all the agreement I went through. We should review it because we can have the food in your hand, then you're hungry, then the person who doesn't have the food that quality food, then you be hungry. That's what happened in this country there. Once we have the resources, then we are broke, we poor, but they are getting more money from all of us, they celebrating every chance. What happened in this country there? We planted with coming from. That's the question I asked myself. So it means that we don't have no people, the unified people, they say they are a rescue, so then they rescue all. Then they rescue and they show all the things should be in place. Thank you for the show.
Thank you as well. You're live.
Good morning, sir.
Go ahead.
My name is Shukon. I'm calling from the Quebec. You know, sir, you said that the space is coming out. So, if you want to defend that aspect of corrupt happening on this very country, why? The Nima people, they don't have the people there. The Senator said, they were very wrong. If you have a proper, you have to pass through the proper before
No, if they do Lofa County, all will sit down and keep quiet. The court will sit down and keep quiet.
No, I think there should be almost a turning point for Liberians to understand certain things. I think people are right on the simplicity and hospitality of Liberians because most of the time people present themselves as you know, citizen or humanitarian.
Mm-hmm.
But good morning. Yeah, good morning, Daniel. Daniel, good morning. Good morning, Daniel.
Thank you. We thank you for the show.
let me say this. I had a video on my official Facebook page. I took the picture, I did a video of Joseph bosses, those killer being bosses. Mechanically, I saw 15 of those bosses. Those names were on the bosses from the school they are then erased. And it's erased, and those bosses are lined up in line. I have to do video of that killer being bosses. Those are Joseph. Like they said that when he said he's right, he has not compromised. Those bosses are there, they are missing over him on radio. For them to go, we took those bosses and they are on contract basis, they are still making how telling me they have a contract with their maker and the people who go there, so going to negotiation, you always protect the secret. He has lost from the start. The young point was we are told by Liberian people, the reason why we say we should be careful with how we let people, because these people, they have deceived us, but I won't put them in. So far, they are not for this stuff, no way to even retain the shirt. He has already been invited, he has already made to be guilty because now what he has done, it shows that he's not only at the Liberian people, he wants to get guilty at the expense of the Nima people. We can't take that. Thank you for the show.
Thank you. You know, like I was saying, Ambassador, you know, most of the time these people come as humanitarian, these people are a nice set of people, people see them. But we see people in government, the front, and that's why I see other Liberian institutions or businesses are struggling because people who are in power in government, though we pay their high salaries, they front for contracts to other institutions for the government awarding contracts, so when they go there, because just imagine, your senator will pay you almost 15,000+ or 10,000 or 5,000+, will buy you car and do other things. You got your businesses running, but you still go to fund contracts where you expect other Liberian smaller businesses and other smaller firms to survive on. You go there using, and when the people see your position, they want to do business with you. Because you set out a position.
You see the best person.
Protect them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You tell so the other senator got a security firm working for the other big construction company. You tell so the other representative got the other institution that also being contracted by. What is it? I want to hear following what happened in Nepal. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Now, how are you?
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Godwin Ipato, the second call from the man back there. First, I want to thank God this morning. I want to say thank you, Senator Nyatron. The issue of Nima County concerning mental state are allowed to the Liberians in this country. It's not Nima alone. It's Nima, Bikena, and Bomb. But besides, I'm talking about Liberia. Mr. Now, let us get something straight in this country. The envelope and thing taken from government officials against the citizen is wrong. Sir Joseph betrayed the Liberian people. He allowed the Liberian people those buses he brought. He are taking all to Nima with truck and he got on contract with Mental Steel. Now, yes, the senator behaved like that. What do you think the citizen will benefit from this country? So the Nyatron, God will bless you and you should stay strong. Even if the people go against you, the Nibadian will go and tell you truth. If Mental Steel do anything funny this time around, they don't do what they're supposed to do for the Nibadians and the other people in the country.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is the it's a complex trade. It can be what I have to say. You get to you need to do what that happens for that you can do. That's what I think is we are a weak issue. It's covered people who come and do that for everything that's why it is. Wow. I think I don't want to put it in the city of the world. Maybe not good. Okay? Get back in. What is the other? I want to say, the last. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
So I really like to know whether a lawmaker has become a lawyer or a defending case for his company now in abroad. I thought a lawmaker to be there to sue all construction companies in the interest of the people. And today, honor our work, honor our business, honor our day, love
lawmakers have become the people who are beginning to defend these people and straight worship them. So where are we as a citizen? Where are we going to practice? Who are we going to practice with? Because we thought we were supposed to be kind on them and they see the future of our people. And today it's not happening no longer. We go to Marjorie, we buy things, it's the same thing. We go to B Mountain, it's the same thing. We go to Meta, it's the same thing. We come to other local companies, it's the same thing. So we wonder, as a citizen, who can we carry our flag with? So isn't the back of this one to hear that Joseph and nothing Kanga me were on our tree and they all stood on there? I guess I heard that they all stood on there and the first worship Meta. So what kind of way Meta would do now? Every time we hear a company must be able to review or the national government must be able to
No, the protest was not part of the trip.
Okay, thank you for correction.
Yeah, because she one of the president and the speaker on that's why people calling for concern that the answer to whether they were eating. No, it's Senator Antoine raised that. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm how you doing?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is for my brother from this year.
Yeah, point, you know why?
Yeah, thank you for flagging this thing. What about who is the federal federal senator? Cuba. But how Cuba is saying this was everything that is passed from Billy. Why did not talk again? Let us see in country. If he calls it you, Glory not talking, Cuba is not talking. And the thing that is not money.
Yeah, he said the man will speak. He said the man will speak. He busy, but he will speak. Thank you. All right, thank you. Let me talk to Councilor Peter Bonodala from Minister of Justice, from Minister of National Security as well. Good morning.
Good morning. I keep telling you that you shouldn't be surprised at anything. You guys look at where most of our people the background, where the track record. We as voters, we don't look at those things. We don't look at those things. We look at things that are not anyone, and also some of us decide to select people because of money or what they gave you and those things. Look, I said it yesterday to you all. These business people do not come here for gratuity. They come in to make profit. So while you are giving you these business for switching, they see also, for what? You are also men or women to be able to facilitate the human cost. Besides that, most of them easily forget where they came from. When you forget where you're coming from, you don't know where you're going. So when I think people have to open their eyes and try to reevaluate a lot of these people. You know, people, I mean, just do a full due diligence. You will see for yourself. Very few individuals go to that place and you can have a fee. If you try to go against the group, you try to vindicate it or ostracize it. So that's the problem. It's a mindset. We in Nigeria have to change our mindset on many things. But also not only at the top. It's also at the bottom. Okay, because in my new people in Europe, it's a system. It's good. I told you, I think a year ago, I said, everyone has their own job. You know, they get any shopping there. Why do you get this done? Thank you.
Is there any chopping there?
Anything for the boys?
No chopping at the
Good morning.
Good morning, with you, Professor.
Good morning, let's hear you.
Thank you. The name is Josiah Slow. We keep both and not. When it comes to our legislator, we specifically $600 over there. Like I said yesterday, what kind of 500 they are not from? Since 2005, after the batting in place, up to present, 20 years, you cannot show anything tangible in democracy, in one country, in our country. But it's not something that I did. They were not getting it. You get things that are different from cable. Where is the post office bank of people? Can you give it for them? Right? Then you get out of the country there. All of them even go get out. Money for the board. I guess. But the actual country, they have to be a big country. All the full time there, right? They're not going to have that. But now the board of Africa is out.
Or night after I go for 500, when the city council down and you get cut off. They got chairperson that should be part of delegate. So sit on the 500. There's one house, that committee, on investment, on profession, that is part of our delegation. All you shit. Well, this person don't get anything for 500, we're not 500. The 500 that we're going to get up, when there's no pick up, the people out there right here. They were just trying to raise the issues, they were making it right, they were playing. You see, we got so far in the public. It's the same way. Who will protect our children? That when the power don't see it, I have something to do all that for 1 year. Yeah, people say. What we get never say? When you are on the other organization, when you do the impact of lives, right? Also because the personal benefit that are noted, if we are born, if you are born here, so if you are in the country, the money of the everywhere, everyone gets funded to commit for one way or another, you are finding out who bought it right here. And the key tomorrow, we're not settled for this. One country should benefit from Africa that one result. Name a country as well as Grandmaster County. You give me depleted our country. They are part of the world. Target, you put into your affairs. I don't go into your way. Anytime you go in, target, they all get party behind. Target the party. They should be looking the same. So we will get to whatever. Therefore, as consider that we came with the Oriental and all of our better that are in the fight. My book and the when somebody else put up right there, all of them will deal with you guys. And I'm going to tell you for God and our situation. Just to make known that will impact our lives. We have the authority. All that thing, my brother. And then will be so still when the chapter that I will go there. Because it's about generation, my generation, my generation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for being part of the conversation on this edition of the Morning Ride. You know, this thing is about Liberia. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Please go ahead.
My name is Prince. I'm calling from GSLD.
Yeah, go ahead, Prince.
Yeah. You see, the people at the region is very wrong. Because they see that the country has passed off, about the behaving like that. No, we tell them that our country, they have people there. They should be behaving like they say they are people that we told about the country. So the church continue.
Hello. You see, I always love your conversation when you call, but when you have a point to put you put it through. Don't change your name. You chocomatic. Don't say your name, Prince. You're not committing any crime. Maybe you wanted to say something the first time, so you call back. Don't say your name, Prince. You see?
When you know that your name, and you know that we know.
I already know the voice.
You can call and show everything, we don't know you.
Thank you.
Before even you call your name, then you can't.
They say and the other, that's all the thing too. They see the thing they put,
Yeah.
The man trying, that other people that won't call you, fortunate to get on the line, and you change your name. So Satoza go investigate himself. So,
your one you want to more than 5 times and then change your name. And you ain't making an extra point. If you want to make an extra point, we allow you.
So you don't need to see your name. If God did not give me any gift, you don't gossip near me so easily. You get me from distance. When I tell you I put my heart, my ears, and do my heart concentration, my ear will be almost saying that you are saying way on the other side. I will hear what you're talking.
Let me be sincere to ourselves.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Thank you for educating our people in the world. Because sometimes they listen to some things and we actually ought to keep on. We accept the rescue for government the key to power and to rescue us. But something some people are contradicting the law and sometimes when they say to them, spending the money, I feel so impressed and seeing them because they always say the truth to the Nigerian people and no lie. But I get some ministers in the country, some directors there, and seeing them are going astray from the government. Thank you for talking for them. I have nothing much to
You were
Yeah, go ahead.
You made a point. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Chapter Time people.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Winston and coming from Google Road. Thank you for your show this morning. Let me firstly commend the ever-potent President Mr. Yvonne Brother for his speech delivered Sunday in New York. Yes, he spoke extremely well. And one word I honor there is where he said, if standard words unite, they can even capture a lion. Which similarly said, the women are empowered and are supported, the nation strives. So it's a very welcome statement from India, where they are about to invest about 8.3 billion in empowerment, implement empowerment in all sectors. Leaving that strictly to the issue of the Israel, I want to applaud him. I always came by him. But thank God I listened to him this morning. He said some of the lawmakers from the Labour, they are joining him, and the caucus is backing him. The caucus is supporting him, and they are coming out to speak. And some lawmakers, and the senator is about to speak out soon. Yeah, it was somewhere when the issue of recently going to the Labour capacity today, conflict of interest we spoke of few months back, where the former speaker was captured allegedly that he was exercising conflict of interest for which they removed him. It is why they are exercising. Can it be used as this to go for fact findings? Why didn't know how they can go? Even if you're not on our committee, if you are on our committee and they are doing for fact finding, and you are doing direct listening. So what the essence of this doing is stay away and allow other people to go. So you can be captured. And we are there through his color as a political leader. I don't know whether he confused when he said he's not a political leader again. But that's why we stand by you, fight to be better and make sure.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Gabriel.
Yeah, thank you for the thing. The morning of that, and he's gave up on so we thank you for Wiki. Surprisingly, what you're trying to say, yeah, we wanted to listen because I get came back from our side. I went through part 2 to the Africa. I came back. Now, leaving on Thursday, and therefore I go on Thursday to go and Wiki, Thursday on the road, I saw a train. There are the people in the car said that train is 140. Wiki, that train is long with iron. Leaving our country, our television said this is the thing that we saw before they say our country not rich. But they kind of believe and team leave from our country every day. Wiki, I felt destroyed when I saw that train. But I kind of talking lost money, Wiki fought. But I am living our country, going to say, they say, I'm going to make people say, they cannot bring and can carry, they cannot according to the school, they cannot. What kind of country are we in? Our leader only care for us, not care for us, listen. So we will sit there in the future, come on, take some country, come and get a visual all, and we still remain poor for a lot of say, when I get money. We think that birth is rich, but because our leader will hold the power, they only care for ourselves, so we'll continue to suffer all the end of them. Our president are there, good speak again. When it comes back to be the speak again or where it was it. I voted for the president in power, I support him 100%, but I will not support the one thing. Mr. President, we voted because we want to change. We waiting for the change. Please, we beg you, we want to change into the government. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir.
This call just made me to remember something. Do you know when you're mining for iron ore, you find other minerals, diamond, gold, or? So all these mining companies, they do allow their dealers to go in the technical area to ask
because sometimes yes, they post a black person or then they will look out the black person and the black manager. They person, there are so time people are permitted from entering this place for what now?
Exactly, and not only that, even the people that were mining the gold in your get money there. You take the gold and get a different place where you evaluate then tell her what is that. You see that kind of irregularity? My man, and not only that, our own people who you send there, Because government are recognized as economic matter. They go there. When they take care, then they close them up. We got problem. Thank you.
Yeah. No, that one we got it. No,
Seriously.
we got it.
But the council is right because ambassador, they will not tell about iron ore. But in the day when they take it from there, what they can see inside? They will not tell about iron ore. You see that? But and people play with these things. That's why they don't want you to be educated. They don't want you to know about it. They want you to just live in that state. Oh, Jesus Christ. This country, Liberia.
You know, Ambassador Vi, all of what we say on the platform yesterday concerning how Liberians who went to receive the former president upon his return after some time out of the country had to conduct themselves to maintain the peace, and how we asked the police also to have the best behavior.
Mm-hmm.
We still saw Oakley Singh.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, if you look at the video, you see how the people took the entire road. What happened to people who were going or coming? Now, if you line up in one line on one side of the road, what will it take from you? Stones will be thrown, arrests will be made. And we do these things, all of the education, this is something that political parties, whether you're in government or outside government, whatever really fight, you start to educate the people that when they're going out, you went to receive somebody, you did not go to protest. You did not go to Black Road. You went to receive your leader. Which is your right to be part and parcel of any organization and to go there and receive. But to have gone there and put up a resistance and make it look like people were denying you. And you know, some of our officers, they are not as professional that you think they are. So they look for every means. By the time you have one mistake, something will erupt and paint a different picture. I don't know how we need to provide this education because political parties filling the country day by day. They are breeding citizens who are tending to talks. When you tell it, before the people go up, to give the people a single message. And we said this thing. When you go, that place like airport, there are areas that tell you don't go. And there are areas that will tell you they allow you to go. There are areas where people can go based on the number. But no, we just take politics and decide to interpret everything. So at the end of the day, we just take everything and make it look something. You see? Let's listen to some of the saying and listen to Jaga Kool yesterday.
International Airport outside. So that's it, outside to bring you.
Don't worry. George Manuel is here. We're going to restore, we will rebuild our party headquarters. And that's our goal, our mission. Our mission is not to come and Black airport and police fighting. No, leave them alone. Leave them alone. We came to create the party for our people. We were able to do that, and we are still able to sustain the political fight. So don't worry. I'm back home. We're going to build our party in a record time, and we'll be okay.
My name is Christopher Biasman, and I report from inside Liberia, Mr. Pierre. You can't tell us the primary visit of the primary agenda for visiting both Europe, America, and a few African countries to travel.
Well, maybe you're not hearing me. I think the only reason I went to Europe for was to make sure that my son Timothy found a club, and then he went to Olympic myself, and I'm back home to do my work. Were you impressed when you scored the goal against Real Madrid? Well, I think while I was away, I watched television and I saw that everyone that came here to usher back to our own country, I see that fight. I see fighting. Why are we fighting? Why? Why are we fighting? I put on my page, I'm coming back home, be civil, and make sure that there's no trouble. This country belongs to all of us.
I'm going to take note because this government is behaving in a form and manner that undermines the peace and stability of the country. How soon will the former president be? If the former president will be here any moment from now, we are waiting the flight because we are elected any time from now.
I was waiting to see where we
I don't think it was necessary today, but I'm glad to be back home. I think you all
for fight.
Why did fight?
You know, he was just being to the point. Well, from the police side or from the citizen side, there was no need to have such. And Nigerians, this thing we need to graduate from it. We always paint a wrong picture, knowing it or unknowing it to ourselves. The former president returned yesterday. You asked folks to go there. What the essence that you can't follow protocol? Or what the essence of police or the joint security even trying to provoke if they did? But you can't spread yourself on the road and expect everybody to go clap for you.
Or because you want to welcome the political leaders, so everything should stop. And
you know, sometimes when we say something, they forget this.
Ambassador, let me just say something.
The comeback of former President George Weah 2029, a care is not taking, they're not helping him. Because they paint a picture that nobody wants to see this man, which is lie. People want to see this man. This man is much still.
But this man is Liberia's son. A proud Liberian.
The lost person of Liberia that we can.
What even support your way or not support your way? Liberia won't see their son.
To erase the love that people got for him and what he has done all the years. It's difficult. We might never see the dark kingdom comes. But when you're going out there, conduct yourselves. You're not showing no love. There's not love there. Don't go out and be rude, insolent, and think that, look, this country got law and order. Just start making like nobody wants to see former President Weah. This is a sad part of it. And the poor that leaders in political parties will not educate the people when they are going out there. And somebody won't tell me that I'm a sugarcoat it. Even if it was a unity party, I would still say the same to them.
The man telling you about his son. His son, whatever, but he's telling you. So he's telling you about why.
The fact that the man feeling making also understand the major priority for his son to secure the contract.
Yeah.
He's the country. So he's back home now to see how best you can be headquarters.
Yeah. So, but they made a very big political scene.
And if you look at
they told all the parents.
Let's be honest. If you look at the former president, he's not in.
He's not in good shape. His morphology.
What's his worry on? Whether he's sick? Nobody concerned about it.
His morphology that will know this man to be.
This man is a giant. He's a beast.
This is where they supposed to be thinking. What happened to our man?
Whether the former president is battering a particular illness or he's thinking about the problems that the country is facing, because there are a whole lot of things to worry on is normal.
Or like you mentioned about his son contract, whether he went there was some glitches.
Or before getting there, before going, it was something that he thought on, or the breaking down, or the headquarters broken down as a person. You know, there are a whole lot of things that you gotta sit and start to think on and know how do we brace this man, how do we stand by him, and where do we go from here? And the former president has committed that he's back, and they are going to have a home. They will build somewhere. It's going to be good.
Liberians, let me say this to Liberians this morning. Liberians are in the habit of dragging people to the dungeon. In my existence, I have seen it before. Where is the former president, Charles Taylor?
He
was the very Liberians.
We said it was stand by him.
Yes.
Go school to school. Nobody can tell them. They
know how to carry you.
To carry him. They were crying.
Like I said to some folks, see yesterday, this government, they came to the mantra of power that will rescue, and the past government was so devilish to the people of this country. See what's going on.
But you know how embarrassed, you know, yesterday was. So now, let me front. They got that minutes allotted to people to speak at the UN.
Yeah.
January 2nd. You're embarrassed like we were yesterday.
They embarrassed the president.
Went on to write, or who wrote the president's
What are still queer? Or who wrote the president's speech?
You went above the time. The president was speaking. They
cut the mark off.
The woman started talking. The president
was talking.
You know,
nobody hear
him. Embarrassment.
You see?
But when we sit down with anything, that we don't want to get problem with. We told you people about international diplomacy and things that we handle. Why this country illiteracy so high on civil ourselves where people want to be at the end of power?
Ambassador Liberians always put their personal feeling into things.
You know, they put power before the people. You see?
The former president coming, his family, the wife and children, they even go to the airport of me, but all the presidents say, our political leader, they jump on the street. Why would make it like this? The president, the current president go in the annual general assembly to address, the people like, who's that speech go give? They write it, they give people to write.
Yeah, the people only waiting for
yeah, now knowing that at that level, they put out protocol, they put out playing program. And nobody concerned. Why? What's going like this?
Man.
The other man say, oh, we can't rescue. He say, oh yeah, he there was youth empowerment. He go rape one allegedly rape or look at in office. What's that? The other man who was former chairman of the party today can't become a minister. The allegation we have into diamond, into mineral business. The minister of land mines and other director and minister in the building. Where are we going?
The other man who wants to be president.
Yeah.
But he goes to a company to do fact finding.
Yeah.
But he contracted to that company.
So I wonder why when he became president of the country, he was still going to bring medicine. He began to look like he only want to know the whole. The way the can say. He only want to know what it is. But he can't help the country, but he's waiting until he become president. What will go in now?
Just yesterday, all
they did the same thing with the past government.
Just yesterday, all the fact we said. It is your right at any given time to go and receive your political leader. Nobody can stop you. And it is your right to be part and parcel of any political party.
No, they make it look like the party that they join the party because of somebody.
And you know
no, it's your right.
The teaching that the people gave to opposition political parties, they said when you are in opposition, you must have almost a violent posture.
Yeah.
So every time you go out, you must do something that will prompt certain action and make the sitting government unpopular, that the people not ready. They're not ready for democracy. And we just seeing these things repeating itself.
You know, before I go to that point I want to make with this, the August. No, not in August, the stand protest they made. You know how they minister testing me. He threatened me that they come back 2029. We'll see ourselves. You know, Pascal David.
No, but you
see?
Maybe you are not taking the step to, so you are lying him to say.
And I'm telling you that.
For me, my complaint is
you insulted me. Where's the moral? Then you telling me, say, we'll come out to them, you see yourself, and they want, and this, you lie somebody to use
that text and file in your official complaint. Don't delete it.
But in my phone.
Good.
That's you telling me that I lie somebody to use me. You come on a public radio, you insult somebody and they say it to you, then you come back and say somebody using the person. Did somebody use you to insult me? The point I want to make here is, when I saw the stand protest, they say enough is enough. When I watched that day Liberian marching to say they're going to give up a statement to their government that this is enough, government should looking to apply. The way I saw them moving, they will say we're in another war. That violent push I talk about. Liberians are already agitated in violent posture.
No, because of the poverty and other hardship. But you see, we always miss.
You're going march to tell government to a bar. You know, help looking at it. We go. So everybody in front of you should move.
The problem with lying, bro, we think that every time when we gather, by misstepping or trying to misconstrue the essence of which we gather and being loud, we think we're making progress. But
you say you're peaceful, but you're very violent in your move. What is peace?
You can walk collected and present your petition. The records are there. Nobody will destroy it.
Even they drug something. The only protest I've seen in this country that I've seen to be peaceful is the women. When they march upon, when they sat there, where today is the Invincible Park, when they went at the fringes of the University of Liberia, opposite the foreign ministry, where they lie down. That's the only way I've seen. That's the only march I've seen. I've been protest. I mean, I've been peaceful. But you say you're going to do peaceful protest, but your move, your dress code alone, the action, the move you in doesn't show that you're peaceful. You say you're going to go well. Let me frank in this thing, man, Liberia. They're going to order us. You say you're going to be peaceful. You going. But your dress code, your mood, hey, man.
And you know,
then the police too, who they're saying they will protect the people that do themselves. And it's good that, let me just say that it's good that the LDA is carrying on drug tests with their folks and they say they have completed some counters. I hope that the Liberia National Police will do the broad test for drink.
Just in case of accident.
Yes, they didn't test their officer because the officer they appear that they're drunk.
And we said this.
Yes.
Sometimes ago. Now the FDA is now saying the test they conducted in Bombay County, they noted that 6 of the officers, four
volunteers. At the airport.
Yeah, I mean, so now they ask
the
kind of a question. How do people volunteer in a security center? And because the FDA is not a play.
No.
You must
at
be
the airport.
You must be paid well so that you do not compromise. You do not facilitate. But we saw users of the harmful substances have been banned, and we're fighting to curtail or alleviate. They are involved in it. Now you say, so how do we handle these people? Will we just let them? You say they no longer they want to see them. So are we rehabilitating them?
But Ambassador,
would they be in prison?
What you do to me? You can't kill them. You can't kill them with a professional standard. It's not a volunteer. And you talking that way. So the officer who is a bona fide LD officer, he has been sent to the professional standard division to be investigated. The other two, reportedly, who nobody inflates. Don't even laugh, but it's not far from here.
I was saying it yesterday.
Yeah.
You guys are too technical.
Then they met to us and they met John LDA said 2013.
Yeah.
But then he's back.
But the man.
Look, let me say, it wasn't a mistake that Biago comes at the level of the LDA. Biago, I'm not praising you too early, right? But I think you are on a path that you need to make it persistent. Yeah. You need to make it more fully. Because the whole fight, we can say we'll just capture all and do it, but let's start from a base that can expand. And I hope that this idea is bringing the police who can follow it. Let me tell you something. Last test of your bro for drunkenness to drivers, you'll please be testing your officers. So when the officers, the way they can behave, look how they handle the other young man. Even if the man was in the wrong, is it how you can handle people? And is it you're fighting? What if the time you went to 2, 3, 4 officers go to one man? You're checking the man, the man break. Well, I will say that. It's too bad. The security forces, I mean, Ambassador, they are too overzealous. And political parties, they over anxiety. Look, like we are divided the country, or we are divided.
Ambassador, let me say something. If care is not taken, watch what will happen. And we hope that we don't try to drag, because we have seen in politics in Liberia, we got the tendency of having crack contestation.
But that's it.
If care is not taken, you'll see the Unity Party people probably behind the scene, mowing laughing to go receive the president when he come in. They won't carry folks over. That's not the Liberian people problem to resolve there.
To put we are seeing crowds.
We are seeing crowds that did not give result.
That's about the very important issue.
Fill stadium, fill halls. At the end of the day, they got defeated. There are folks who worked quietly behind the scene and knew exactly what they were doing. and what they're going to do. While people were still relaxing because you got a number, we have what? Oh man, I'm the one.
Yeah, the man weapon thing.
The man, everybody started wondering, but who's this man?
Yeah, where the man come from? Yeah.
Some of the key political actors said that they vote the man too.
Yeah.
But not no, because you see, early preparation got good result. Everybody you hear them talk about 20, you know everybody talking about they want to retain their position 2029. They just passed government CDC talking about come back 2029, which is also possible. You have other political parties that existed and want to come back. Some of them form a new party that they want to take the seat as but what are they doing? Sometimes easily at this time is where you start to talk to people going into those places and other things. They cry also video, they sing song, they song for current President Joseph Boga, our pastor. Yesterday we heard the song.
The sing song. And I said, but people they get changed.
They were singing the same song. So President Weah, former President Weah, if you want to come back.
Or which you want to?
Don't, yeah, Mother Kim already said, Kamwame, the former president will be on the ballot. If you want to come back, there are things they're forced. Some of your people reducing the vote is supposed to get. They still fighting people looking for who are against you. They have not even gotten a seat. They are playing hard to deal with people who being critical on them. They planning. And you know, surprisingly, some of the people that even threatening, some of the people that will send messages in the 6 years they deny way when President we are in power. But they claim to be die-hard people, but they don't pay party dues, and they don't have a member card. Within they say, yeah, I'm a Jew, I'm a card-carrying member of this party. And some of you, when the party come back, you will stay now work.
I don't know why we just
so you know,
this small country.
You keep fooling yourselves every day. So while you find the broadcast, keep playing the radio Kool entertainment. Cash giveaway by dialing *799 *11# or *799 hash, and you play $100 Liberian dollars or 70 cents US. You want to play 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, you put in the number. That means it tells you that you play 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, whatever, and you
Let's be serious, man.
But you know, so these are some of the things that we have been. Because I don't know why political party only one vote, they don't educate the people.
So the whole thing about Liberia now existed is just our democracy election. But after the election, what should be done to amend the lives of the people? Now what politicians concerned. All the election now, all we hear now is 2029.
But
2029.
But in Balova, this
so 2029 again, we're looking for the next to 2035.
But this is a complete defiance to the former. The former president said he posted on his page before coming that people must be peaceful. Then he came, he saw fighting. He said it is not that why he did not pinpoint and say who are fighting what. He just said it's unnecessary.
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Even if the police want to provoke you, you don't need to show anything. Let them expose themselves.
But the media let's say now where we are, that was true.
But when you go there, you want to create a scene.
You want to agitate.
You want to pin the government now in a position that the government will tell the government not tolerant, the government doing this.
Police says
some of them they get a problem. They very, very unethical in the dispense of the duty. But we also as citizens must also conduct ourselves. You went to there receive somebody. Do you need when they tell you say don't pass, you forced to go to that side?
And you know that the LDA officer was playing that play yesterday?
Yeah.
The wing chair president, we have former president, we have bag, what are Johnson inside?
They don't see that.
Yeah? They were playing on the line all in uniform. Let me see what man.
So we were trying to
we have called national attention. I even saw the force of the armed forces of Liberia there.
You know the thing just simple. What also they misinterpreted. You know you had the Millennium Compact delegation coming, the MCC delegation.
The managing director of Africa Millennium Challenge Corporation.
Also, you can have them vulnerable.
No.
So the fact that look, this thing is not just former president Weah is not ordinary person. Upon his return and the party announced that they were having points where they were picking people to go and receiving, they were in the numbers. Who knows? People who have infiltrated to do something X, That everybody
to paint you.
who knows whether everybody that went there, that people who so much love this man, whether they went there to harm him. So the state security, they honor oath to make sure to protect lives and property. You can't have a gathering where state security not there. So that will not erase it that it was because they went there to prevent these people. The numbers needed protection. And we have a huge and important delegation coming to assess that we all will benefit. Even if this government will not be around to benefit for these things, the next government that comes will benefit from it. Let us be logical in our sense of reasoning and just don't think politics. As look, somebody people send messages before the election result. Now, can't me your brother will beat you. At the end of the day, the Unity Party won. I'm not a member of the Unity Party. I'm not a member of CDC. I'm not a member of any political party. So if you're projecting that 2029 you will deal with us, you still dreaming.
You're still dreaming.
Any 12 years are working. President Joe, we are 12 years at work. I mean, of 6 years at work. I'm still working.
Joseph Boga, the time we still working.
But I'm not working for government.
Some of you are design who you part of your second work and you're not working or you will work, who knows? But me, I still working.
But I've not worked with government before. My only relationship I've ever had in government to say it was at the Ministry of Human Resources, where at a particular point of time at the PR section. But other than that, erase that.
Let me clear, man. What was I making the country look like
this?
Based
on counting me because I'm head of media institution.
When you look outside the world, it's like, bro, I want a peaceful citizens around. They be democratic elected and leaders. But we see some of them suddenly fragment the way they behave.
You see, I need we just got the tendency that we need to work. People
somebody who even were working today 6 years under the former president, he's still getting a benefit. But he's still getting a benefit. Then you're not getting anything again.
President, we are as relaxed.
But the kind of posture we put out, let's be careful, man. Let's look at the country image. And not ourselves.
President, former president, we are not even forced to get himself involved in the politics. Some of you that are surrounding him, you only want to use the popularity because you want to get an even score with people or you want to have job to do. Some of the ex-minister, director, all of those folks who he made, some of you laid the party down. Your action. Your intellectual ability, your reasoning very poor.
Some of you are lawmakers for the party. Some of you are ministers.
You are walking in looking for people who saying bad things and see how you can hunt them down, how you can bully them, how you can get at them. Today, the former president is receiving his benefit and other things. He say has state security assigned paying by taxpayer. But some of you stay praying, you wish you could get back. Some of you want to rewrite your wrongs. It might not be late. The possibility of him becoming president of Liberia still exists. Nobody can erase that. But if you don't compose yourself and conduct yourself right now, you even there now, you're threatening people. When you get there now, what you do?
It's 2029.
You see, that's how illiterate and low. That's how people think.
We're very mindful.
You always in a mood to get at people. You go work on somebody whom one of Liberia's most loved sons, then you turn it into something else. Only because you want a picture that people he let in there. The people want, that's why they were there. Then you see legal people talking like K2 children behind the horse talking. When will we look at that?
We're not helping this country. We're not helping this country at all. It happened before in the past, and it's still
everything to the extent today, we're feeling it.
It's still going on.
But we're still not working to have it addressed.
Still going on. Still.
When will we realize
I told one of the
after election, you have to take the next step. The same way political parties were campaigning, even after they lost election, they stay in the same mood. The ruling party that won, they stay in the same mood.
So like the Democrats is just about election. It's not about the people again.
And the feeling don't go away.
Yeah.
If you win, you just continue in your campaign feeling.
You see, if you lose, less than 2 years after the election, while the Democratic elected government is in place, you hear folks organizing and say we will get a for another election.
Yeah. Then you see after then all of the government officials, major government officials who should be focused on, all of them attend the talk show votes. They blow in their own horns, and you expect the people to. So who realize?
As a student, you pass to the class. You are even going first, second period. We're talking about how you get in the next class. It's based upon your work. Let's focus on the work. Let's focus on the day-to-day issue of this country, other than our ambition.
How they going? Lord, you know. The man, my Peter or her, her grandson.
She's not a million parts.
No, they said the man is brilliant, but the man came on taking his third grade watts. The man reached when the grandmother asked him, the man they do the whole thing. I said, man, the result not kind yet. It's just the same thing. Now, this is the question we're asking yesterday, and somebody asking, no, let's ask the question. You want to come back? What are you doing to come back? You think that is the main every time when you hear small thing, you put a pole in the street, just for it. And I remember, you be careful. You start liable to be beating on you people. That's how people feel they get popular. That political party, that the new strategy they get in this country. They did it tomorrow. Yesterday they did it tomorrow. When the other party, other power, the same thing. They will be small thing. Whoever comes in power, they will put it. So when they knock on one person, we will not take into consideration that this person has violated. Or with picture, you see, we told you about the people. You fool the people. You made them to go to put themselves in harm's way. And I said this thing yesterday that look, some of you will be in hospital. The people will not pay a damn for your hospital bill. Like the other man that you came out there, or a brother with LD, but you know how a brother going about taking drugs, the brother to the hospital, to take him to carry to this place, to carry to that place. Yeah, he former aide to former president, where Carrasco, the other aspect. But if you know all these people, remember us, you walk to us to make mockery out of us. Then while we're there talking, you look at your phone, oh, it's time. The man will soon be coming. He started running gory. You see?
We have to be very serious.
We got to be serious and focused. Look.
And how the other folks who are attention to our minerals, why we fighting? They carry the minerals.
But are the reason the people?
They carry the minerals.
I said yesterday.
Because the time you confused, they say two times to put in a bed. That time can be the man for a lifetime.
I said we'll leave critical national issue and focus on things that's so pertinent.
We'll
go to the
very
line
much confused.
And also, folks, just keep playing the radio entertainment Kool Cash giveaway *799 *11 hatch, $100 or 70 cents US. You want to play 2 times, 3 times, put in the number, and you go right there. So you don't have to play 1 time, you win. So say you want to play 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, just go ahead. Let's talk to our first caller on the line. Good morning.
Yes. How are you? Good morning. This is Frank for people. We said it all. You see, people get in power, they're thinking about the next election. They really want to show their work that they will do, that will qualify them for them to be elected. Like people will say, we get 24 years. And the people were there, they talked about 24 years, they went to election. That's what he said. And for how many election? The same people come again, they say, the Security Council will lose it. And jealousy was there inside it. Could you see yesterday what happened? Stone were thrown. There was a video you see from among them. They made the police to arrest some of them. So the problem we face in the country is that we don't want to learn, we don't want to be mentors. Only the meditate seeking us to spark up things. How can the day yesterday you can't find any country in Africa? Why are we going there? Thank you, my man.
And you see, when you leave power and properly sit down and look at some of the issues, probably when you're there, you're able to tell this. There are some things you thought that they were doing, and some of the reports that were coming on your desk. Sometimes you lose election not because of your leadership, but because of people you thought that they were doing other things. Because the president will not let in Malawi, the former president Peter Matharika, he's now taking a comfortable lead. 66%. 66% so far. He's 85. But the people seeing that they men come and can do something for us. The current president got 24% and he's 70. So now we got to look at somebody.
Who knows? At the end of the day, it was here announced. Oh yeah,
let me talk to greatness Veronica Natasha Granda. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, I call on the citizens, especially the children, and I want this to go down in the news. That look, this country, no country can have two presidents at the same time. Active president sitting. They should learn to respect one another. You see, somebody can be sitting as a certain president and another president in the country. The chairman of CDC should know that. He should adjust his political mode.
He's a legal man, matter of fact.
You see, he should adjust his political mode. This is not the time for that. George Miller is a peaceful man. He talked about peace yesterday. Nobody hates this young man. We all grew up in Monrovia here. We know George Miller all around here for high days, when it's not hard days. We all grew up in Monrovia. Monrovia is for everybody. Liberia is for everybody. Please, I want that Kool man to know that no two presidents can be in one country at the same time. Let him adjust his political mode. And thank you very much for accepting.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Russell. And now, you see, in Balova, just, I hope people listen. In Malawi, the former president, Peter Matarika, who also his brother was former president for that country as well, yeah? Now, he has won vote from the stronghold of the sitting president. That's why we expect opposition to start though. You go into the trenches, those areas, and see. You start sitting right around here. You start being self-intellectuals, social media posters. You go to the places where the people are still going to the creeks. See how best you can change their lives. Make them to understand why you're doing these things. Let them see reason that tomorrow you just sit around and just speak loosely and think that that's how you get to power. Before 2029, we will educate the people. If the government will be rejected, the government will be rejected on the basis of the education we will provide. If the CDC will come back, the ANC, whatever political party that will come, it will be because of the education that we will provide. We're electing the mind. We're electing the mind. We'll make people to know how people vote people, and not just on the basis of. We'll teach people how to ask someone the hard question, because somebody when he asks why you want a man to be president, why you want a person to be represented, nothing you get. You just say, oh, the man in America, the man in America, and your car. You compete with people for nothing. Things that you not carry. Because somebody pay us, you want pay us. You know the father, you want pay us, you stole somebody, you stole money. At the end of the day, you will lose everything. Good morning. 0775 919 919 0880 919 919. Good morning.
Good morning, Big Brother Wiki and Big Brother Now.
You're welcome. Let's hear you.
My name is Agnes Maki Tima, and I join you from the most abandoned district in the Republic of Liberia, Electoral District number 6, represented by Samuel Enoch, and a very proud neighbor to the Vice President Jeremiah Kool. Big Brother Wiki, that's why I said if I become president in this country, I pray that you be alive. You will be my advisor. Your analysis, it always comes into reality. This, the thing that happened yesterday, you said it.
You know, but I was sitting on a platform where I say these things. Yeah. So I'm going to say anything because people wear political garment. They will say not understand the rationale, the sense being made in it.
So let me say to the CDC that they stop undermining the peace and stability in this country. You will hear them yesterday. There was some son making mockery at the police. Yeah, the police are wrong with their police. Tell me.
You know the police, you know then, huh? And they say this.
There's a protocol at the airport. And I listened to one of the callers. You know, this former president, George Kool, he needs to understand that he's the former president. When Madam Selu travel, when she come in, who does that?
Probably the former president have not been hearing his full, just referring to him. Maybe if the right people decide to tell him, maybe he might be able to speak, ladies and gentlemen, let's face reality that, you know, thank you, but anyway, he said, let's face reality, I'm not president right now, former president. So
But
I big,
Ambassador,
because sometimes some of the statements are provocation
the
for
president
people who
is
support
love.
the current
The former
regime.
president is one person
You
who
don't
is
take
love.
the love of
Whether
the former
even
president.
you wanna say how go there, people go there. From the football days, the love that people have for him, coming to the presidency rather, people still got love for him. So what
if I got vibe, let me say, let us say the entire management team happy pre-birthday to Honorable Christopher Isonanuga. Tomorrow he celebrates his birthday.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
tomorrow.
Yeah.
They celebrate birthday on tomorrow.
The ambassador Christopher Isonanuga celebrates his birthday. And I, you know, along with my father as well. And next Tuesday I'll celebrate mine.
Certainly.
And following that, you're going to be celebrating yours on October 2nd as well.
Yeah.
And the former president also be celebrating his birthday on the 1st of October. So we just in between that. I don't know what put him in the middle sandwich. The
men are birthday made.
You know, I'm also not going to go to close that with the man. The men are cool, man. I must say, I got to put blood in it. But so I didn't understand. The men have met without roll plenty times. Yeah. But we like to wish all of you guys who's celebrating, and we say happy pre-birthday to Ambassador Christopher Onanuga, you know, as we prepare to celebrate the birthday. All of God show some blessing. We want to wish you and Mr. Carcray as well. You celebrate a birthday on tomorrow. Happy pre-birthday as well. You see, so we have to be strategic how we campaign or how we position ourselves. Look, you might think 2029 answer long, but trust me, CDC, you won't come back, you have the chance. The spaces are created. Send your right foot soldiers to the right area. Preach the right messages. Look at some of the problems. How do you work on these things? You try to handle these things. Don't tell the people say you're that way when we get there. Start to do with the little that you have in your possession. You know? If I got vibe, I will say something. I experienced high level of professionalism from the folks at Zone 5 this morning. The police officers assigned at GSA Junction this morning on my way to work. You know, on my way, we were stopped, but they did not notice I was in it. But I saw how professional they conducted themselves. Yes. And the license of the automobile of which we were traveling was being taken away. And so I told him, I said, let's go. We drove and got to Sophia. And when I said I was sitting, and one of the officers said, but why you did not talk? I said, no, you were doing your duty. You know, this is where most of the people don't even understand. I said, no, that was your work. I can't interfere into your work. But I chose to follow you to talk to you because he was acting not in violation or anything. And we all shook hands and said, oh, dear. So I want to say to Matthew Deary, Superintendent Maxwell, and his team, you guys got professional people over there. I'm not saying everybody, but I saw a high level of professionalism and the intolerance.
Hello, good officers still in the police.
And a listening ear. I hope that our national police can have more of these officers who can listen when people talk. Yeah. And I've never used my position to intimidate or harass anybody or my connection with people in power or power whatsoever. So we don't do that. But what I saw, it was a very, very good level of understanding and professionalism exhibited this morning from the folks at Zone 5 in Benville.
Yeah, so bravo to all the good officers,
Yeah, Maxwell
continue to do good.
And the head there,
Matthew
Jerry, trust me, you guys, thumbs up to you this morning. You know, before Lord New Year, I want a pre-birthday treat for you. Just send what you supposed to send to me. I don't know the time I come with me. Let's talk to a few callers this morning. Good morning. Okay, 0775-919-919, 080-919-919. At the numbers, let me say good morning to you. Dennis Grandpie Yeah, but yeah, you guys trust me. This is I will talk about them more. But good morning.
Yes, good morning. My name is Solomon.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let's say for the show. Nobody sees us, we are going to see a few trying to make people look at the picture. Yeah, every few days, I'm a cool one here. Why is it here? People know what to put on the study room. Yeah, that's new well. You know, the truck.
About Vibe, my brother is currently in the top 5 of the Momo Heroes for Change Award competition. No, but you pay money to work.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're involved with the little cash. We have all been having all the period of time, having clinic here, there in the southeast, but in the top 5, and we want to see Liberian smaller businesses improve, changing life, making impact, and how we get there. But let's talk to our callers on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
I'm Jerry. I'm going for our community.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you are very happy yesterday. You were not very far for our country because our trying to see jealousy our election day.
And we have serious people coming to our country to look at all.
But people going there will politicians, they will yesterday it was very useful to our country. So that is coming about the job we have made. Then you get all the politics.
No, just point at that. But former president, we are or ambassador, we are.
They just all the politics to stop the attitude. Anytime you come in your country, when you're going for you, and they see what people are for you, you got to know this is the part I want to wait for you there. And so the children of the spirit is going to get a water today. It's not fun for all, so you don't understand.
Okay, thank you. Thank you as well. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Willie.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, and good luck. You know, from there, need to be very good. And you want to come down and talk to people. For you, the people that behind it, talk about people that are we believe that he's a lawyer, he's a counselor. But what kind of body guy is that? And making sure that for those that you even talk about it, that are supposed to be fair. Now, how do we advise it to follow us? This country is not for one people, and we tell in the world. This country is for everyone of us. So we need peace in this place. Why is that we don't declare our people here? Our political right of what people today, or the way the weapons are. I saw one of the people today are very so bad for our Nigerian people. How come your country do that every time we different people? Why would they not this country? The way the weapons are the time I go down the road. So when you like you fuck somebody, some of them have the time to them today. They have to go to the so they have to arrest them to do. So when you go over there, you didn't see the backwards. But the follow-up we have tried to buy place, advise the follow-up. When you want to do something about the country, they think you are paid because I don't believe it. Because you can say that you don't believe it, you are paid for. But some of the work that I come from, what become like, stop buying it with the proper president.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. But we hope that things will be better for us. 0775 919 919 080 919 919. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
So, Wiki and Arab in Barcelona, I'm a little bit disappointed in the police. My disappointment was like this. Some of us, we happen to be a human, our children, our followers of our political leaders. We haven't been able to undergo a proper training of our political leaders then. Meaning, some of us grew up on our own and we do things on our own. And mind you, when the people tell us, yeah, they come here, they don't provide workshop for us to tell us, do this, don't do this, but rather follow their instructions. So, but for the police, they are being properly trained
had to handle issues like that yesterday. Mind you, how long it takes for a police commander to walk. So some of these leaders, like Honorable Akawas Gray, hey, Honorable Gray, please tell your people, say, this fact will not be used for this, or these people will not be used in this sort of training. Let's go back and tell the people, if they cannot listen to their own people who break them, then they are asking the police can able to go through that. But I think all of the video I followed, that was not the case. I only saw police and citizens going into serious confrontation. I think it was not right. Like the former president, let us say that. You don't even expect that. This is when he posted that everybody remain calm and peaceful. So I think that we need to think big and stop doing this whole thing and getting the same result, man. Come on.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
I'm good.
Let's hear you.
Okay. Yes, thing I happened yesterday. The police talked to them yesterday, but these people were not listening. They were not listening. They don't have the other government. Yesterday, I was going to Boulevard. I saw people there explain on the church. And to me, they just talking about when you know the show, not listening at all. You know them. But now, yeah, you go. But now, what they get in and go. You know them. They have them. Oh, yeah, we just got to play the ball. I saw we count everything we do. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Good morning.
Hello?
You're live.
Yeah, good morning. And good morning to co-host of yeah, I'm fast to command. I could have done a disco for the ambient rescue patient there. I thank you very much for the explanation and thoughtful question. On the issue of the what took place at the airport, I think the answer did not do well. But I think we have very, very important steps coming into the country for the NCC. These are people that are forced to give a more of 500 million to your country for variety of development something that will help to improve the lives of people. If you have effort to create progress, to send executive of the progress, to get a full executive. So the police, they all should cool yesterday. Use the negotiation. I thought, you saw the police, using boots on there. It was because of the compromise was brought that the actual to work the police. Yeah, so I just for everybody, not only for the judicial, and sometimes I was even the other we are into election. When you say there are long ways to go through that, so you have to say post the process will have possibility. But the thing when you use arrogance to put your point across, I don't see like out.
Thank you. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Let's talk to this caller. Get live.
Yeah, we honor this thing. He threw back a high hand where he pretend that he was peace a vaccine. He got control over the team.
And you change your name, call from Kuala. Good morning.
Good morning, Wiki, and good morning, ladies of people of Labrador.
Go ahead.
What happened yesterday? I'm very into what happened yesterday. I was getting coming from a mobile NCC to come do some research as well. They get a group of people that pack all together and go on the airport to see the vote for president and senate. What they think that one day? They gave us demarcation, all right, okay, but some of them start violating the rules and regulations. They say they want to enter the state because.
Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, Willie.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, that's what my people are like people saying, and even you people are saying too. You know, my brother was trying to say something, and
discover that you are caught 2 times. The investigator of the
Is it to blackmail the government that people are violent and the only peaceful person I'm the person?
You know, thank you. We have our daughter, we have someone that was born that can still answer your list. Then another one can still answer your boss. They want your boss, I can bring it once your list unpopular. So I'm trying to say the former president was ruling. The time is over. We're waiting for 2029. I will always say that waiting for 2029 will come back. They are coming from all the country. They want to get scared as the people that control over the party as the party chairman of political general. You can't write a party of president. We don't have enough. President of our control, so we all can go to our party headquarters and do SYC. What the essence of them going to the terminal inside to go see the president or former president there? I'm not making whatever the president of 2029. And you're not talking to me, I'm not making a say that you need to get to a very good person. You want to manipulate the people that you have here. But I don't want you to work for me.
No, thank you. We don't want to drag the former president. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is Gary Lima, the former agent of the Liberia. And let me thank you guys for the talking point this morning. But one thing I've condemned is violence, breaking the rules and laws of our country, and the peaceful movement of citizens. Straight to the point quickly. I've heard a lot of people trying to blame former President Biya that the program with the issue of it as not the issue. For one fact, some of us that they Biafra and other places, we know when we have big VIP entering the country, the first thing, security personnel or simply will not be sitting in that air-conditioned office. They will get on the field because the Liberian people pay attention to that taxation in front of very cold now. It's seriously funny what happened at the Capitol yesterday. You have to careful people.
Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, National Party Board.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, National Party Board. George Mova Party, so this is what I party National Party. On National Party Board, every day related to your and I know this your country because everything you stop, it can come to pass. And yesterday the thing happened, yesterday something about that apple being concerned about John Ray, police. Please, we try to advance Tanako. They don't want to make some contact with election this 2023. And it is starting. Not having this country, the former president will have it, but they want. You get that state people there, before they inside China, so they give the national airport people can come and the city opinion and come down to come visit like you are. They come up with a border airport, you know, say that nobody knows. They still they born, they kept that building, they still like that.
Okay, thank you. You are a final caller. So let's say to all of you, many thanks for joining the conversation this morning, and that's how I would like to conclude this broadcast this morning. Talk to you on tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful time tomorrow. Don't forget, it's the birthday of Mr. Christopher Hayes Onanonga and Mr. Carcray. Until then, have yourself a wonderful time. I'm Wiki Brooks.
I'm Nathaniel Van, the ambassador.
Sakam, thank you.
And of course, to your point, those who are disadvantaged are even more at risk and more of a risk to us as a country. So you're absolutely correct. This is why, I'm passionate about this. This is why I know they would think this is political, but I'm a father, I'm a grandfather, I'm an uncle. And the young people of Liberia matter. And so I'm prepared to take any hits or whatever.